The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
David Phelps, Celebrity Boxing. Don't miss Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday night from 7 to 10.
Yo, this is the Hammer, Fred Ransom. Check it out, Trash Talk Radio, 7 to 10 every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Be there.
Hi, this is Harry, sanitary engineer. You're listening to Trash Talk Radio.
Next question, Jeff. Where are you? Right there.
Yeah. I just want to thank
TrashTalkingRadio.com
for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it! I mean, you're awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said. I don't want to see it, I don't want to leave.
Hey, I want to talk to Mike Trash, man. Don't be putting me down like that. I don't appreciate it. Hey, would you shut up? Hi, this is John Wayne Bobbitt on Trash Talking Radio. We're on every Tuesdays from 7 to 10. TrashTalkingRadio.com.
Hey, this is Uncle Paulie from General Hospital. You better listen to me, end up with cement boots. Every Tuesday, 7 to 10, TrashTalkingRadio.com. Be there.
I'm Melissa Bacelar. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. No. No. It's Trash Talking Radio. It's Tuesday. It's 7 to 10.
This is the Reverend Bob Levy, and you're listening to Trash Talk Radio. Only here, motherfucker.
Hey, this is Billy Mays from the Grave, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio Show on TrashTalkingRadio.com. This is the only radio show that you ever need. So listen in every Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. every week. And pow! Good instant entertainment. And if that's not enough, if you act right now, you can listen to the archives for absolutely free. Now, how much would you pay? Call now. Operators are standing by.
This is Danny Bonaducci. Nobody trash talks like me. That's why I quit the Partridge Family. A bunch of goofballs dressed up in red velvet suits. How embarrassing. If David Cassidy was there right now, I'd tell him what I think about him. Why? Because you're listening to Trash Talk, 7 to 10 p.m.
Welcome to the Trash Talking Radio Show. Please take a seat and help yourself to the snacks and beverages. The show will begin in just a few seconds. Are you ready? Are you seated? Please welcome your host. He is the singer/songwriter of the Uncle Sam Band. He is the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, Every Woman's Fantasy. He is the manager of champions, singer of songs, and actor without a script. He will be the first against the wall when the revolution comes. He is a lover of life. He is a Tesla driving, song singing, talk show hosting, son of a gun. Please welcome the vital idol, Classy Mike Trash.
Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night, and I'm trying to figure out. First, I got to change track balls.
All I have to say is tequila. Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, I'll put us on.
Mary, that was for you.
Hold on, I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, I got to hit the red one, and then I hit this one. There we are. Okay, that looks like a mess because everybody's up there at the same time. Okay. All right, Trash Talking Radio, and this is another day. Huh. Yeah. Just like it was yesterday. There we go. There we go. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. I was almost ready. I thought I was ready. Today's show is sponsored by Delta International Film Festival. The ones that gave me an award for that was the one with that was with Vital Idol.
Oh, okay.
And then they gave me another award for Love Is Love. And maybe I'll play them tonight. We'll just see. We'll see how we are on time. We've been doing good on time. We've actually run out of stories at the last minute. So that means I've done the right thing, and I don't have old stories this year. I made a promise that one of my
New Year's
resolutions, yes. Probably the only New Year resolutions I made was that I'm going to try to scale down the old stories that we don't get to. If it's really pertinent and doesn't really matter when it was done, then I'll keep it. But I'll try not to be as much of a stickler as I was, because sometimes, like in the main category, I had so many extra stories that we never got to. But I wanted to do the new stuff first, because that's usually what I use them for as filler. But it's kind of cool.
Well, I make the
That
same.
looks pretty good, actually, on our screen.
Yeah.
That looks. We actually look kind of like an official show or something.
Well, I make the same New Year's resolution, and that's to never make any New Year's resolutions.
Well, that means you broke your resolution already.
I know. I do it every year.
At least you do it and get it out of the way.
Yep.
We have a familiar face on the show.
We do? Yeah, you.
Me.
And Michael. What? No,
he disappeared.
Maybe
I made him disappear.
Maybe he's transgender, and that's him over there. I mean her. That's
Hi,
her.
Jessie Joe. Yeah.
By the way, is Jessie Joe in the?
Yeah, she's in the chat room.
I want to thank her for every day, or not every day, once a week, saying that she really enjoyed the show. The check is in the mail.
Hi.
How many
How are
zeros is
you?
on it?
You finally come see me now?
There are many
Thank
zeros. But she makes a point of telling me that she enjoyed the show, and she makes a point of telling me that
Cheyenne down.
that we made her laugh. And so
Good.
That's because we are funny.
Do you have my mouse in your pocket? Where have you been? It's time.
I've been working remotely. I decided to come to the office today.
Well, that's why you got so little zeros over the past couple months.
Jessie Joe.
And I suppose this is probably a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah, that's why it's raining.
But anyway.
Once in a blue moon.
Hey, listen. If I get off early enough, we can just do what we did today. I just get off a couple stops earlier. Because I'm gonna.
That's kind of personal, isn't it? I mean,
if you think I'm going downtown to pick you up, you're nuts.
No, I know, but like, if I get off at like 4:30.
Tell us what time she gets off. All right, everybody wants to know. That's when she'll be getting off at that point.
Would you like to know the bus stop she gets off also? Okay. No. Just kidding.
You guys can just meet at the bottom of the hill when I come along.
Which bus it is, actually.
7.
All right. Remember, bus 7.
That's the second bus that I have to get on.
Well, yeah. I mean, can't be greedy. Ashley, you haven't been there. Jessie Joe says you haven't even been here. She knows.
I've been working remotely, Jessie Joe. I've been here. I've been in the chat room. I just haven't been here.
What's more important? Being here. That's right. Thank you.
But I'm still working.
You could have been part of the enjoyment of finding out that my stuff won 2 awards at one place. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is very good.
So, has everybody seen the video?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you seen the video?
She has. Oh, okay.
Because I didn't. Did you see Love Is Love?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw it on the show.
Okay. I showed it on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did last week.
Last week?
Oh, well then that's why that's.
And I've seen it before that. There was one night I was here.
Yeah, I thought you did, but that's why I was trying to remember. I didn't remember showing it on the air because.
Do I need to make you a spreadsheet?
Did I show the trailer?
Yeah.
Look,
I showed them both.
Yeah. Because they won the awards. You talked about the awards last week.
I guess
do we need a board that says Mike?
Yes.
Okay,
look, I'm even supporting it.
We used to have one. See?
Nice.
She is supporting
Where'd you get that?
5 Below.
Oh.
That's a keychain. It's a keychain.
I'm going to have to get one.
She goes to work Thursday. She'll stop and get you one.
That's pretty cool.
I think
I could use that as I could take because I got to do an alteration. I'm going to.
So you're supposed to get 3 of them on Thursday when you go to work.
What I'm gonna do is.
Give me the money.
I should point. Wait a minute. I should point.
You won't get your boss the one.
This here, that award. Which way? That way. Yeah. That award. I had to point it the right way. I'm going to put at the beginning of the video, and I'll put it with that. I'll take a picture of that, and I'll put that over top of it, and that'll be the Love Is Love award from them.
Yeah.
So,
Mike, she won't buy her boss a one. You have to give her the $5.
Wow.
I think she just dropped a couple
Unless
more
he
zeros.
wants to wait a couple weeks until I get paid.
I was going to say, she just dropped a few more zeros, right?
I get paid March 4th. I'll get it that day.
We'll work it out.
Work it out. I might be able to just swing it. You don't have to worry about it.
You might have to break into your penny jar.
But then we'll collect later. What? It's not like I said after brains out or anything. Come on. I wouldn't do that on purpose.
No, it's not like he's slipping tequila into her drink.
I will have something. I have something I'm going to show you guys later that you're going to need to explain to me because
we didn't write anything on your car.
So I'm just kind of curious about the story behind it because I know there's got to be a story behind it. So I'm not going to reveal what it is that I've got, but
tequila. Oh.
Might be some of that. So
I'm innocent. I was the designated driver. I did not have a drink to drop. Drop to drink.
How do you know it has anything to do with booze?
I didn't have anything to drink either.
Besides
You're drinking right now.
A freaking gallon or a freaking vat of. I'm not one to talk, but I would never drink Coca-Cola products.
I don't know. I got water and a Coke over here sitting. I don't know how long it's been there.
The water's your mother. The Coke is mine.
What? Your water? And he's Coke?
That's right.
Yeah, well, that's why I drink water.
Opposite attract.
This show's really gone off the rails very early.
This is why. Tequila.
I was gonna.
This is why I work remotely.
I was gonna do the one story. Wait, did you guys send it to me? I think you guys sent it to me. Oh, you sent it to me at the last second.
Oh.
Yeah, it never does any of the stories I do.
Yes, he does.
I'm only kidding, Mike. I'm only kidding.
Hi, sweet
Wait, is it the one that I sent you?
No.
Oh.
About a death.
No, you didn't send that one to me.
By the way, do you have your picks while I'm thinking of it?
Well,
No.
No, wait a minute.
Hey,
wait a minute.
You weren't here. The
Okay.
Board, I took it to the board. The board said that we got to do it this way.
I've been sidetracked, remember?
Yeah, exactly. She knew what I was going to say. She was supposed to send me the link and never did.
I've been sidetracked. You know what my month has been like.
Okay, I understand that, but I need the link so I know which people not to pick.
Excuses.
Oh, okay. Well, how many do you have picked?
Wait a minute.
Presently.
I've got a list
Hold
up
on.
here I can pick off of.
Can we finish
Hold
the
on.
list
Hold on.
once and for all? Because the people that don't do their assignments on time have to be taken care of.
Oh, I can't do it that way.
What? What are
I
you
still
trying to
say
do?
she loses a couple zeros, Michael.
I'm about to bring it up. Why?
No, I have the spreadsheet here. I could just send her, but I can't.
I'm just going to bring it up on the screen
Okay.
here.
That's right.
In case you're wondering, we're...
And nobody can pick Betty White now.
Of course not. That was mine anyway. I had a total...
So how many are we doing?
You have to do 10.
Okay.
So, this is... do you have the list? You can look at the screen now. It's on the screen.
Okay.
And while you're doing that... Well, I can't do it that way. I was going to say while you're doing that, we'll do something else while you... Maybe I can't do a story because I need that. I need her to have the...
Mom, just send me the link.
What link?
Isn't there? Don't you have it? Send me the spreadsheet.
It's in his...
Oh, you want me to link this? How did I do that? I know I did it before.
Either that or I can... Let me just email her my spreadsheet.
Okay, yeah, do that. And then she can choose off that. Then I'll come back to her later. And, or if you tell me when you have 10, I'll come back sooner maybe. But I might come back later. If I don't hear anything from you, I'm just going to go. Okay, so there was a death, and I didn't know if I should do it or not, because for two reasons. One, it was last minute.
I'm still alive.
And,
You're lucky.
And secondly, how do I do this?
Didn't know if anybody would know him.
I knew who he was because I used to do one of his songs.
Right.
All right, here, Gary Brooker. Is that the guy who dies? Yep, that's the guy who died. He has died. He's not on our list, so... But I used to actually do... okay, can either any of you name one Procol Harum song? I can name two, because that's the only two I knew.
Whiter Shade of Pale.
That is one. Do you know the other?
I didn't know he did that. No, I don't know anything.
The other song is Conquistador. And I'm saying this without looking, but I'm pretty sure they did those two, and I'm pretty sure those were the ones that they were known for. And so I could do, as long as I don't do too long.
Could do tequila?
I could actually.
Tequila!
I could actually do what I used to do, where I used to always get in trouble, and I could play a snippet of it. Let's see.
I know the song Whiter Shade of Pale.
Yes. We used to do it two ways. We did it, Ken and I did it the legit way.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did it with one of our musical backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
We did it with our own, with their words.
That's the only reason I knew that song.
Yeah.
I didn't know either.
I've heard him do it.
I actually looked for it upstairs for anything where we would have done that, and I couldn't find either version. Kind of sad, because I thought it was a fun song.
Jesse Joe says, "Hi, Big Mike and Shirt Mike."
Huh?
Shirt Mike.
Shirt Mike. You're now Shirt Mike.
Shirt Mike. Okay.
But congratulations on losing that 1 pound, Jesse Joe. Keep it up.
Hey, I found out I lost 1 pound today too, so that makes 2 of us.
Nice.
That makes three of us, because I stepped on the scale this morning and I lost 1 pound from.
Wow.
When I was at the doctor.
Usually when I step on the scale, it says, get off.
I beat you all.
Mine says, ouch.
I lost 9 pounds in 3 months.
Well, let's see, from April to November, the end of November, I had lost 30 pounds.
Hi, Jen.
From last year till now, I am down 37 pounds.
I'm going to keep quiet.
And I wasn't attempting. I was just doing whatever I do.
I was going to say something, but I'll be nice.
I'm underneath 200 pounds again.
I wish.
Good.
I would
step on the scale and it said 197, and I was like, "What?"
Uh-huh.
She goes to me, "Yep, 197. You lost 9 pounds since the last time you were here."
See?
You better look for it.
No.
But
I forget how I did this. There we go. There's what we were looking for. All right, so let's look in here. And am I signed in? Yes, okay. So let's see if I can find these. What? This is not music. What is wrong with you? It says for music. That's lying to me. Say right there. It says music.
For $9.99.
Oh, there we are. Okay. Well, if you are a Prime person.
What are you writing down everybody's
Oh, by the way, hi, Jen.
Why?
I wasn't ignoring
So I can go back, so I don't have to go back and forth.
I have. You got to see this.
She doesn't understand this concept of split screen yet.
Well,
I do, but I just.
Oh, you were talking about her.
I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
You think Mike's going to chip you out of one?
I might.
No.
There it is, Conquistador. So I don't know, you guys might or might not have heard this song, but if you heard it, you probably have not heard it. But if you heard it, it was probably in the 70s. So just why I'm telling you that. This is the song, and I don't know, have you ever heard that song?
I haven't, no.
And you?
No.
I wasn't sure because
I've heard it listening to an oldies radio, but not, like, I don't know it.
I can honestly say I wouldn't be surprised that none of you have heard it, because that was a little obscure, and they didn't have any songs. Even Whiter Shade of Pale is a song that is kind of obscure.
One-hit wonder?
Yeah, well, they were a two-hit wonder, because Procol Harum had... Conquistador was a pretty big thing, and it was in a lot of movies, too, but it wouldn't have stood out as much as A Whiter Shade of Pale had.
Your sister's in the chat room.
Oh, hi, sister. Oh, there she is. What'd you say, nope? Why'd you say nope?
Because Jesse Joe said I didn't say anything about my weight.
Oh.
I said a lady never talks about her weight.
Me neither. Oh, I guess I'm not a lady. I can talk about it. Anyway.
I talked about mine.
So
well, then you're not a lady.
You're as much of a woman as anyone could be. How's that?
Brown noser.
I have nothing to brown nose for. I'm the leader or something. You calling me a pig? Or you calling her a pig?
He's calling you
calling her a pig.
No, he's calling you hamsome.
Oh yeah, hamsome is a good word. All right.
Hi, sweet girl.
So you never heard? Now let me ask you: have you heard "Whiter Shade of Pale"?
That one I have. Hi, sweet girl.
Yeah, but I'm asking Ann because she's the one that said she never heard
no.
Conquistador.
Down.
Because Conquistador was on
down.
Was on the same album,
Hi,
but
sweet
it
girl.
doesn't matter about the same album because
got
that was
40 minutes.
1967. It was released.
Under strict orders, you've got 40 minutes.
All right, we got sponsored by Large Biscuits. When you want large biscuits, this is where you buy them.
And look, Cheyenne was even typing under my name. She's good.
Give her a large biscuit. Oh, these are the large biscuits. This one's a large biscuit missing a nub. So there. Now she'll gobble that down real quick, I'm sure. So there's a second one. All right, now. Oh, when did you come to be a lady, Big Mike? Well, I just wanted to say, I've always been a lady.
Z-man. You forgot the Z-man at the end.
Z-man?
Yeah, the lady Z-man.
Oh, okay, ladies man. Anyway, all right. So that's the guy who died. Going backwards now, was Gary Brooker, and Gary Brooker. Let's see, is this going to work? Probably not. Hey, here we go. Oh shoot, that's just a Twitter post.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Brooker, who skipped the light fandango, Procol Harum's A Whiter Shade of Pale, Wrong Foot, the pop music loving public with its dreamy, powerful eccentricity. Now think about this. This was in 1967 that this album was released. So who was out then? Well, the Beatles were really big. The Monkees were really big. Jimi Hendrix was really big. Jim Morrison and the Doors were really big. That's who their competition was. Now, if you think of every name I just mentioned, the styles of music were so different that, they all were able to make a name because of the differences in the music. A lot of people have problems when they hear, what song is it that Paul McCartney wrote for?
Let It Be?
No, another band. He wrote it for another band, and every time you hear that band, you think it's the Beatles, and it's not the Beatles.
Hey Alexa.
I see you picking the old farts.
What song did Paul McCartney write for the Beatles?
No.
Mm-hmm. I know about 201 songs by the Beatles, which were written by Paul McCartney, including
What?
Come Together.
You're picking the old farts. That's
Eleanor
not fair.
Rigby,
Tony
and
Bennett.
Yesterday.
All the ones that are over 80.
Alexa.
I'm not looking at
Who
that.
are some of the people that Paul McCartney wrote songs for?
How old is Tony Bennett?
Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl.
Didn't get an answer, did we?
Nope.
Alexa, who are some of the people that Paul McCartney wrote songs for?
This might answer your question. I know about 561 songs by Paul McCartney.
That doesn't answer my question.
4 or 5 seconds. The Girl Is Mine. And Say, Say, Say.
Oh yeah, he did do those. But I
say,
want it from the 70s. All right, that's no problem. Anyway, all right, next. So yeah, he during that time frame, there were so many different types of music, and people be nice to that short mic. Why? We don't need to be nice to him.
You're not short
it's
like he is.
It's in his contract, you know. I'm
Is that,
forced.
Jesse Joe?
I'm forced to be mean to him.
Thank you, Jesse Joe.
It's my job to be mean to him, and if I don't be
No,
mean
I
to him,
think she's telling you to be nice.
oh,
Be nice to him?
No, it just
Oh.
says be nice, short
oh, you're
Mike.
right. Yeah.
There's
yeah.
no word two in
Yeah,
there.
what's that? I didn't see. Oh, I just read it quickly. So, all right, let's go on with the show.
What did I say?
Yeah. Anyway.
What did I say?
All right, so I'm gonna get dinged for that. So we'll. It's a nice thing to get dinged. All right, now let's go to the first story. While she is filling out her.
I've got two more. Hold on.
All right. Well, we'll just do the first story then.
Yep. Do the first story.
All right. I did put my. We played my. Yes, we played that last week. Okay. Undertaker is the first to be inducted to the WWE Wall of Fame. Not Wall of Fame, Hall of Fame.
Wall of Fame? What the heck's a Wall of Fame?
Well, that's
That's
new.
what's hiding behind the curtain over here.
That's an animal, the Wall of Fame. Anyway, he was the first one announced to be. Now, nobody knew, or nobody really is surprised by that, right? I mean, everyone believes that he should be. He had a long time with that character. And, what's this? The Queen died. What Queen died? There aren't too many queens. Just saw the Queen died. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Now I got to know what that is about.
You have Queen Elizabeth on yours.
Uh-huh.
Another hoax claims Queen Elizabeth II II is dead. That's not true. Queen Elizabeth has COVID-19. She's caught up. She's not the first monarch to be caught up. Blah blah blah.
How about Queen Elizabeth?
Queen Elizabeth
dies,
II. Rumors
the
of her
31st
death.
of December, and Mike wins again.
No, he doesn't.
It's right here. She's still alive.
I have Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, you have Queen Elizabeth. Oh, okay.
I have her on support. Believe me, I'm up there. I'm pumping. Wake up! Wake up! We can't lose the Queen.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I was talking about these people that confuse me.
Well, being that she tested positive for COVID,
well,
and from what we
anything
know
can
of
happen.
COVID,
Well,
this could be it.
she's a tough bird. She's not going anywhere.
That's
ever.
true.
We're going to die before her. Anyway, let's go back to Mark Calloway, better known as The Undertaker, will be inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. It was announced Friday. One of the legends of professional wrestling, Calloway, has been has had many. In what are we laughing at here?
I'm not sure which song it is, but Mary I think I did one over the weekend. I did a song that Mary wanted me to sing, and I think she posted it live on her Facebook now.
Oh, I see. So. All right. So one of the legends, Mark Calloway, has been had extended title reigns, and anyway, there's no real big surprise that he, for longevity, if nothing else, he went almost 30 years as the Undertaker. I think he did go 30 years or around there as the Undertaker, and he seemed to go with the flow of what was going on. I mean, he changed into a biker dude at some point and went back to being dead at another point. I mean. His matches were okay. I didn't think they were anything to run right home with, but they were good enough, and they were usually at the top of the card. They were usually the main event, and the fans loved it. When he initially went there, I was so disappointed, and I didn't like the Undertaker gimmick because it was that much of a gimmick. I didn't want him to be a cartoon character, and that's why I don't like people going to the WWE because they're cartoon characters. So, and Nan says, and I'm sure he made tons of money. Yes, his merchandising was unbelievable, and I mean, most of us are never. All the people that listen to this show are never going to make that kind of money, including the host. So I can tell you that he made much more money than any of. I want to find out. Wonder if I can find out his net worth.
I'll find out.
All right, you find out his net worth. But the thing is, there's no doubt he should be there just for the longevity and iconic. People wanted to see matches. He's only worth 17. I'm actually surprised. 17 million. I'm really surprised because I would have thought with. That's not even $1 million a year.
Nope.
But and I'm sure he made I mean, he's got a really nice place to live. I'm sure he's got nice cars. I know he's got a cabin in the woods, which you would expect. Because he likes to disconnect everything. He likes to not be near your phone. You know, he goes totally away from the
off grid.
But I liked him before he went to be the Undertaker. When he became the Undertaker, I didn't really care as much because I don't like cartoon characters. But I don't know. He deserves it. So I'm curious to see how else they. Who else they put in, but the Undertaker being the first one on the docket, I could say that would be good. I think he definitely deserves it. So I would have loved to see him as Mean Mark Calloway. That was the one I liked, and I just think it's cool.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free.
Okay, what was that?
Simple tax returns only. Get the app now.
There must be a video on here somewhere. On the screen somewhere, and it just kicked in a couple times. I don't know. That's the only screen I have with a video on it. So, there it is.
I'm sitting in.
I hate when these things start by themselves. Anyway, so Mean Mark Calloway, congratulations. I'm glad to see you made it, and I didn't have any doubt that you were going to make it. But okay. The Chief Donut Maker thing that I did last week.
Yes.
It's got a couple more days to enter, so I would assume that we're going to hear sometime the second week of March.
I got to get my video in.
Well, get it in. Get it in. I'm telling you.
I never saw that video until I watched it last week, and now I'm seeing it all the time.
Oh, the commercial? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good commercial, and I like the way they did the commercial. And Goldberg was just in Saudi Arabia. And he really looks good for a guy in his 50s.
Oh, yeah.
Doggone, that guy looks good. But he ended up losing, so he must be too old to win. I can relate to that, sadly. Anyway, all right. Okay, so next thing. Okay, so John Cena, of course, is the Peacemaker. And I gotta enjoy the Peacemaker. I really think it's hilarious. His outfit's stupid. Everything about that show is stupid, but it's so funny. It's worth it. I love that show.
He looks like Spider-Man and Superman and went into a head-on collision.
Well, I'll tell you, they played the finale of this season, the first season, and it was really funny. They had... well, you don't have HBO, right? Or you do?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you. Did you?
HBO Max?
Max.
Yes, I have it.
Take your earphones off and cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. If you don't want to hear this.
What am I doing?
Well, if you don't want to hear this, you cover your ears.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to hear it.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow it out of the.
He's going to do his own spoiler alert.
I'm giving a spoiler alert.
To what?
To the end of the Peacemaker.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Didn't even know there was a thing.
Oh, well, it's a character from Suicide Squad, from the last Suicide Squad, which has Harley Quinn in. I thought you would have known that.
What, the new one?
The new one, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I want to, but I haven't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
we see how big of a fan you are, huh?
Yeah, well, she's been a little busy.
I saw it 3 times already. So
she's been a little busy.
Well, I'm not the only one that likes to watch movies and won't let me watch it.
What are you talking about? There's a TV in that room.
I know. I wasn't saying you.
Okay.
This is actually the chance I get to watch it. Maybe that's what I can do tomorrow.
There you go.
Well, there you go. All right.
Hi, sweet girl. Hi.
All right.
No,
so,
down. Good girl.
So the ending, they're all at war with this Butterfly Squad, and I'm not gonna tell you who won the war because that would be too much. But
you can tell me. I'll still watch it.
But anyway, it's really good.
What?
All right, here it is. It says with Peacemaker 1 finale now out in the woods, James Gunn continued his knack for being an open book, and it comes when it comes to creative process.
No, it's not 25 minutes yet. You've got 25 minutes to be a good girl.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Here, let me... Hold on.
Shake?
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
come on. I'll shake.
We'll give her these. She really loves these. Not all of them.
Okay.
Just one. So, the suicide... Okay, so basically, it says here... The director says, while Suicide Director has previously talked about how he created the Peacemaker out of boredom, during the early pandemic lockdown, he's never really fully revealed what made him decide to go big on the John Cena character, who Gunn has described as the biggest douchebag in the world. Not Cena. Peacemaker. Okay, I wanted to be specific about that. In one interview, Gunn explains that the creative inspiration hit him after watching Cena display some surprising acting chops while filming the scene of the Suicide Squad. It says there's one really specific moment with me and John that I can trace to the origin of his show back to. It's the moment in the Suicide Squad where Peacemaker is holding his gun on Ratcatcher 2, and he's upset. He's about to kill her. I went into this tight close-up on his eyes. On set, I'm always on the microphone talking over everything while we're shooting. That's God mode. That's, when you're talking and you hear something like God mode is used in wrestling all the time,
right,
for the referees and stuff like that, and for some promos. In fact, Nigel told me he does God mode for the women of wrestling. He tells the announcers what to say.
Oh.
The announcers never even hear him or see him, but it's always his words that are coming out of the mouth. And that's what Vince McMahon does. He says to the announcers what they're supposed to say when they're supposed to say.
Right.
So that's God mode. Anyway, I'm talking to John on the God mic about what he's feeling, and I see his eyes switch. I see him go to this incredibly sad, vulnerable place. We realize this character is a guy who's doing something he doesn't want to do, but he's going to do it anyway, which is shoot a young girl. As Gunn explains, that's when I realized that Cena had the goods and I wanted to keep him working. I knew John was not just a performer. See, a lot of the wrestlers do this. A lot of the good wrestlers on the mic can do this. They can capture, like they'll tell you, this is what I want from you, this is the words I want from you, or this is the emotion I want from you. And if you can play that part,
right,
if you can bring that part out, that's the kind of actors that Hollywood's looking for. So Dave Bautista was like that too, according to them, and a lot of people aren't like that. In fact, he makes reference but never says his name to The Rock not being like that. So anyway, that's why he decided to use Cena and continue. Instead of just the movie, he got this series. And he was a good choice too. I really enjoy the thing, but at the end, that's where I was going. So at the end, what happens is after all the bad guys are. Okay, good. Are you done? I'm talking to her, and you're interrupting. After the ending of all the things, the big war at the end. They're dragging their tired, beat-up bodies through the field, trying to get out of the place that they're in really slowly because they're really beat up. And then you see, in the background, you see the Justice League is there, and like Superman's hovering, and Wonder Woman's doing her thing, and the Flash is standing there, and Aquaman is standing there, and Cena says, "It's about time, douchebags. We finished the job already." And then Momoa says something. I forget what he said, but Cena makes a reference to Momoa screwing little boys, meaning screwing the Flash. It's hilarious because you got to see it. If you only watch one episode, watch that episode, the finale, just for that end. And it's hilarious, just that last
Well, that
thing.
picture there looks like he's going to shoot himself in the back of the neck and try to to frame somebody.
Well, it's really a stupid character. I mean, he has all these helmets that do different things. So he has one levitation helmet, and they were going to use the levitation helmet, and he explained that it's a levitation helmet, and he said this helmet here is something that does a sonic boom. And while he's saying that,
Down.
levitation...
Down.
Hold on a sec.
Down. You got 20 minutes.
Down. Lay down. No more.
Where'd you get these at?
Anyway, so now I just lost my trackball. But anyway, what was I saying? Saying about...
Watch this last episode.
Yeah, but there was something else. Oh, shoot. Lost my thought.
You were saying, if anything, watch the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's very funny.
It just, the last episode's worth the whole thing. So, well, I can't go and continue because my trackball is missing. I think it's under the stand. Do you want to make a talk so I can figure out where it is?
Yeah. Regular Skittles, and then
let me see. I did have that one thing that I sent you
strawberry,
earlier for
watermelon,
the show.
And cherry.
I know. It was something that I found very unique, and I saw this online. That I'm gonna smack you, Cheyenne, down.
Lay down.
Okay, you know how identical twins have the same DNA
I
and
saw
everything?
this. Yeah.
Well, in Virginia, there are two babies that they're going viral because they're not only cousins, but they're also twin brothers. The mothers and the fathers are both twins, pairs of twins. So their DNA is exactly the same. So how can you be your cousin and your brother? Unless you're from down south. I don't think I want to know.
Got a cramp in my leg.
Uh-huh.
I did.
May want to turn my headphones up a little bit.
I mean, I just found that fascinating.
Either that or she needs to smother the mic.
What?
Oh, that's probably it. She needs to...
What?
I can't hear you at all.
I can.
Let me hear you talk.
Okay.
I hear her. Do you hear
Yeah.
her?
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead and talk.
Okay, I mean...
That's better.
There. Oh.
He
But
just
yeah.
wants you closer to the mic.
Didn't say which one. I mean, there's 3 here.
Well, more than that.
Yeah, that's true. There's one, here's one, there's one, there's one.
No, there's 2 here.
I was going to say,
there's
I
2
hear.
there.
See, I barely hear her, too.
And she's sitting right beside you.
I hear Mike the loudest, though.
I'm not even on.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Only from that microphone.
Probably.
Okay.
Now I can hear me.
Now
Okay.
I can hear you real
Yes.
good.
Now, who can't you hear?
Usually her.
Talk.
Okay, I mean, Ann
Now I
says
can hear
she
better.
hears me. Jesse hears me.
Oh, I
Okay.
hear you. I
Can
didn't
you
say
hear
I
me
don't
now?
hear you. I don't hear you loud enough.
Okay.
Do you have your ears in?
No,
She's
but
plenty
still-
loud enough. I can.
No, but I
see
can still
it's-
hear you loud enough now.
It's
Okay.
because you don't have your ears in.
No, I hear you loud enough now.
Okay. Are you good? You got
I'm
everybody?
gonna Mickey Mouse
good.
your butt.
Can
in
you
a
hear
minute.
her now?
Yeah, well,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you because not with the mic though.
I mean, part
I
of it
can
is.
hear. I can
you
hear her
gotta-
because she's right next to me.
Okay. All right. Where was I?
I've got my 10, just so
Okay.
you know.
You do have your 10. All
I
right,
do
we'll
have
go
my
to that next. That way I can put that spreadsheet away. Okay, go ahead. Who you got?
Now, he said this person's already dead,
I
but
meant
I
that.
looked it up,
Okay.
and I don't think so.
Who is it?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke is still good. I thought that somebody else had
I
him.
thought somebody else had him though.
That's what I'm looking. No.
Oh, you're
Nope.
able to get him. Okay. That's a good, strong one. He's in his 90s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Van
Now you see why I wrote these all down. See, there was a catch
Okay,
to
next.
it. You laughed at me.
I just said I was easier to do a split screen.
Y'all laugh at me, but it worked in my favor this time.
Yeah, it did, actually. That was a good one.
I mean, I'm all in favor of
And
a
the list I pulled him off, he's number 1. So,
Oh, well, there we go. Okay, next.
Angela Lansbury.
That's a good one because
Wow.
she's in her 90s too.
Yeah, so she's picking all the ones that are 90 and above, Mike.
Hey, you know, that's what it takes. To,
Well,
I got
the ones we had before.
I got at least 2 that are not 90 and above.
all right, next.
Yeah, they're 80 and above.
No, they're not. Nigel Starmer Smith.
Who's that?
He's a rugby commentator.
Okay.
How do you spell his name? I have Nigel.
Nigel what?
Starmer, Starmer Smith.
Starmer.
I think you should make a condition that you have to know of these people.
Nah, I don't care. I can't do that because I've been a guy
According
that...
to her thing is...
Just back away from my screen now.
According to her, Dick Van Dyke is 97 years old.
Well, I knew he was in his 90s. I knew it was the late 90s.
It says...
All right, go ahead.
June Brown.
See, this is how
I don't know who that is. Who's June Brown?
Tom's wife?
I think if you don't know who they are, you shouldn't be able to pick them. If she can't tell me who he is. Or she is. No, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I mean, I have it right.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. She cheats.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney was not chosen. That was chosen yesterday or last year.
Last year, and that's probably where she got a lot
Where
of
was
these.
Dick Cheney?
No.
Yeah, you had him last year. Okay. Dick Cheney.
All right,
All right.
James, I see what you're doing.
Next.
Mel Brooks.
Nope. Wait. Yeah, I got him.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Trying to steal mine. Nope.
Nope.
Can't
Okay.
do it.
Hey, that's
In fact,
all
I
right.
might take Dick Cheney for that. Dick Van Dyke.
I missed it. Okay, I missed it. Leslie Phillips.
Who's that?
The Mamas and the Papas?
A comedy actor.
Okay.
She has this thing up that shows things. I'm still trying to figure out where she got it from.
All right, next.
I'll never tell my secrets. Sir Bobby Charlton.
You
he was
will
a
if you want to
footballer.
sleep in the house tonight.
Did you say sir?
It says Sir Bobby.
So
Charlton.
he's a rugby, or he's a
Footballer.
kickball, or he's a kickballer.
Right, honey?
What?
Sir.
So tell us the source if she wants to sleep in the house tonight.
Sir what?
Bobby. Bobby.
Hey, she paid her rent.
Last name?
Charlton. Charlton.
Jeez, I can't even spell with you spelling it. Hold on. See.
As long as you have some sort. Not Charleston.
How you spell that last name?
Charlton.
Oh, that's why. Put an equal sign in there too. Oops, I got it in there anyway. So, all right.
I think she only got 2 strong ones anyway.
Don't be surprised if she takes it because she had a lot of time to initiate. Charlton, I got to take that out.
And you're not allowed to contact these
next.
people and say, okay, go ahead and off yourself either.
I didn't do that. Betty White said that the nice thing that she was going to die for me. Okay, I didn't. I never called her. Never talked to her about it. Anyway, our conversations were strictly sexual.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next.
I have Frankie Muniz.
Who's that?
I know who that is.
She didn't need to know who he is.
What is it?
Munez.
Munez.
I believe that's how you spell
Munez. Okay.
Yeah, how old is he? $1 million?
No.
What?
Don't you worry about it.
He was a child actor. I believe.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, there's a...
She took a... Oh. I don't think he's going to go.
Lewis? I know he's dead.
He is.
Okay, last.
I don't know. I have to rethink because I...
All right, you got till the end of the show.
Okay.
I won't put this away. See, I'm being nice. Hard to believe.
For once.
Yep, don't. It's not going to last long.
I say you take Lamar Odom.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have
we
one
don't have any,
basketball
we don't have
player,
any
why
young
not
people,
two?
do we?
That's true.
You don't have anybody young. Doesn't matter. You don't have to. All right, I'll move on. Now, I was scouring through Facebook, and I found this this thing here, and I wanted you to explain to me this.
Oops.
This is what I saw. I was like, what?
Okay, so Saturday night we had our friends Mary and James in from Ohio. They spent the week with us.
So you had to torture them? Was that in the contract to torture them?
No, they
asked to be tortured?
No, they just wanted to do something fun, and we had said about karaoke.
No, I think it's great because especially it says Joker Entertainment, and there's no other Joker than this person that can pull this song off.
Well, that's okay. We missed his first one.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, we missed it because somebody forgot to hit the record button.
I see.
So anyway, we went up, and that's
Let me turn him down a little bit so we can enjoy this in the background.
That's where we had dinner there. My daughter Natasha works there.
Does she still work there, or was she fired?
Nope, she's still there. And they do this once a month. And Michael and I had gone up before and just enjoyed it. And believe me, I'm glad it's him. I'll just stay back and do the recording because, Well, anyway.
What do you mean? You have a good voice.
Yeah, no.
You were on one of my songs.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But I've had lots of practice. I've been out of practice for a while.
Well, plus we were in a room all together, the three of us, and just screaming it out. And I was trying to be off key to make sure that it had a natural feel.
So, he had a list of 6 songs that he wanted to do. And so he would put them in, and Mary asked him to do one song.
I got a round of applause. I was happy.
Well, that's because everybody was drunk.
They were glad you were getting off the stage. Yeah,
but the bad thing was, after him, another guy named Mike come up, and he must have been Michael's man crush because he kept following him wherever he went.
Wow.
And even said something about his bald head.
You sure he said bald head and not?
I'm just saying. But anyway, it was a fun night. It really was. And believe me, he has the guts to get up there and do something.
Now wait a minute. This says it was posted by him.
That's because I used his phone for all of them except the one.
I was going to say, that would be really crazy to post your own. That would be egotistical. Oh, wait a minute, I did that. I was going to say, posting your own, that would be egotistical.
No, because he said to me, would you make sure these are recorded? And the only way I could think of to do it so I wouldn't forget it was Facebook Live. So as long as it was his songs, it was done on his phone. There was only one song that I did on mine, and I didn't even do it.
I see.
But, we talked about it. I think that's something that we're probably going to do monthly, is go up and enjoy time with Natasha and do karaoke and then come home.
I see.
But where else would somebody travel 2 hours to go to karaoke?
Well, you got to be out of your area. So if you suck, you got to make sure that nobody else knows about it. And not post it on Facebook.
I'm glad he picked this one and not the ones
I didn't pick it. I just picked. That's the only one I saw. I didn't know there were other ones. In fact, I was questioning myself because when she said, "That's not him," and she was showing me that, I thought, huh.
There was 6 of them actually, 7 of them. I'm sorry, including Natasha's. There were 7 of them.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, you can hide that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of it.
What are these two?
I don't know.
No.
Other of them?
Let's watch them.
I think we ought to.
No.
This is the one she wanted me to, one of the personal ones she wanted me to do.
Great job, Uncle Michael.
Yeah, that's Mary's daughter.
All we can say is you have to practice.
Notice, while I'm singing this, I am mostly turned to my left while doing this.
Right.
Okay. She is turned to the left, so I am serenading her is actually what I'm doing.
thought you were just reading the screen.
Well, some of it I do read the screen, and some of it I don't, because I know these songs by heart, especially Kenny Rogers, and you know.
I'm gonna have to turn it off. I hate to say this because I'm afraid of copyright dingings. It was so enlightening.
So wait a minute. If it was the DJ, so I could sue you, is what you're saying, Michael? No.
You'll get more zeros than you're used to having.
Well, to end the night, okay, we actually
Good night,
had the
Jesse
whole
Joe.
we had the whole bar singing "Happy Birthday" to Natasha.
Okay.
You know, she had turned 30 on Valentine's Day. She was wearing a tiara that said "Dirty 30." She was just having a good old time. Well, then she, the DJ, he's like, "Come on up here," and she goes, "They didn't sign me up for anything, did they?" And I'm going, "No, because I didn't do it." He's like, "Well, you know, Natasha, the thing that you asked me about them signing you up for something?" She goes, "Yeah." He says, "Come on up." And, it's like she wouldn't do it. So then we're all going, go, go,
I
go.
was going, Natasha, and she,
So she gave in to peer pressure, and she went up. And the DJ told her, he said, "Don't worry. You know this song. I've got you." And she's going, "What are you doing to me? I don't understand." Well, then when she heard the first few notes of the song, she was fine.
Okay.
So we turned it into a road game coming home. Now, if you're listening to Sirius XM on the road, and once you hit a dead spot and it shuts out, you holler,
go,
"Tequila!"
I don't have that clip. I didn't know which clip. I didn't know there
That
were more
one's
clips.
on mine.
Okay. And so that's why I thought. That's why when you showed her, I was like, I don't remember her being in my clip, but. There's a
It was
reason for
fun.
that.
We left at midnight and got home
that
at
is
2 a.m.
one of the things I do have to say, even though I have a bad voice, I do like to sing.
All right.
Okay, I got my last one.
All right, what's your last one? Hold on, let me get in the...
Night, Jesse Joe. Love you, too.
Go ahead.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Is he still alive?
Hold on. I thought he was gone.
He's on the
No,
list.
Jerry Lewis is definitely dead, but Jerry Lee Lewis might
Jerry
be.
Lee Lewis, I believe, is still alive.
He was known as the...
He's a rocker.
The Big Boppa.
I know who, but he was known as
He's 87 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Known as the Big Boppa.
I know that, but that's not what else he's known as. He's known as a child molester.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so child molesters have been taken off the list. We're not allowed to use them anymore.
Yeah, because we don't have Jerry Sandusky in
I
here.
didn't know that.
We had him in here before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because of me.
Yeah, because he molested you. Oh, no, you're not a boy.
No.
Sorry. All right, we got yours. We're all signed, sealed, and delivered.
And it's cute because Mary and James are both messaging me, and Mary's just laughing her ass off.
Well.
Tequila!
He wants to know where I got this list from. I just looked it up on the internet.
Yep. But yeah, they had a good time. We had a good time. Can't wait till they come back. Just having fun.
All right. Well, that's what it's all
They
about.
played Cards Against Disney.
Yeah.
All right, where'd he go?
Probably the bathroom.
His second office.
All right, I'll wait till he gets back I'll do the next one.
Oh, Cheyenne, if she can tell time, she should be here.
All right. Well, I should wait for him for that, too. Darn it.
Why?
Well, because he gave them to me.
Oh,
I'll make
okay.
him announce them. Let's see. All right. A 13-year-old girl is suing her school and Instagram after she was wrongfully detained for 11 days after a classmate reportedly framed her. Do you know what she was framed for?
Bullying?
No, I think not.
Bringing a weapon to school?
Hold on. Let me get the Twitter in here. Let's see.
He's coming down.
All right, good. 13-year-old mother the mother of a 13-year-old is suing a Florida school after Instagram after she was detained for 11 days. The girl was accused of making violent threats on Instagram, but police now say she was framed. The girl's mother says authorities and Instagram could have investigated more thoroughly and quickly. Oh, she is back. Yep. Over 3 million... I was going to say over 3 million people read Morning Brew. You should too. That teaches me. Says here, so basically the girl has been exonerated of all charges after police said that a 12-year-old student at the school had maliciously impersonated her. And the police said in a statement that the 12-year-old had used Naya's personal details to create an email address, open multiple Instagram accounts, and sent herself and other students threatening messages. The 12-year-old, identified in the lawsuit by the initials of MS, used the fake accounts to make threats to blow up the school and kill teachers and students. And MS then intentionally lied to law enforcement, and school staff to frame Naya for threats. Naya's mother, Leslie, with a Les as in a lesbian, L-E-Z, Leslie Ann Davis, alleged in the lawsuit that her daughter's school failed to investigate multiple bullying incidents her daughter experienced, and the police department failed to promptly investigate whether Instagram accounts truly belonged to Naya, and that Instagram failed to cooperate promptly with authorities. So in that case, she's got a point. I mean, it's easy to impersonate. I could go on today and make a name similar to yours, and I could send out, crazy and threats and all that stuff, and they could, check by the IP address, which is determined by any professional investigator, blah blah blah, and that would have cleared her. But
how about like these hackers, like his old Facebook account?
Sure.
And when we report it for fraud, saying that's not him, all he does is send a picture of the license and say,
right.
Yes, it is.
Right.
I mean...
But I'd say, well, show me the picture. Is it my picture? Here's my picture of me.
It is.
And, I would say, this is me. I can prove it's me.
Well, and that's what he does, even though it isn't, he shows them the wrong ID, and people at Facebook are like, yes, it's him. No, it isn't.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just kind of feel bad for the girl and all that, so... Anyway, next one. Now he's on the phone. So still okay. I swear he doesn't want to be on the show. All right, let's see here. Get this out of here.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, see, we're getting more listeners for you.
Yeah, calling them right at the day of the show while the show's on right now. Okay.
Melissa said she'll be in after she's done settling the kids.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Alyssa said she would be while she's settling the kids, after she settles the kids.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice of her to call you about that.
Yep, and Mary was like she couldn't comment on anything. I'm like, I think you have to be friends with Mike to do it.
Really?
I think so. It could be one of your settings. Mary?
This is the Mary that was here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a friend of hers.
Well, I don't know why she couldn't comment on it then.
Huh. Because I don't like her.
Oh, she's nice. Mary is another one of my sisters from another mister.
Because I have God power.
Yeah, okay.
And I could walk on water on this this chat room.
That's because you don't like her because she got all the answers right last week.
Yeah.
No, that's why I did like her. I wanted to trade you in on her. That way she would...
What? That is another sister from another mister.
Well, that's fine. I'm just telling you. Anyway, now that you're here, we can
play
talk
the other
about.
Clip?
Let's talk.
No.
I don't have the other clip. I didn't know about the other clip.
Still can't.
Still can't what?
She's listening. She's hearing it. She just can't comment.
So, you said, I always send him all kinds of articles, but he doesn't use them. I have them in here to use. In fact, I'll let you do this one.
Oh, wow. Wow. Holy cow. Wow, Coca-Cola introduces the first of its kind flavor.
Do you know what it is? I didn't.
It looks like Tab.
No, it is a.
And if you say that word, I'm going to throw a water bottle at you.
No, I believe it's
What,
a.
tequila?
Okay.
No.
It says at least that's
They
the
have
idea
a
behind
flavor of the tab in there.
Coca-Cola Starlight, a new edition of a new limited edition version of the classic soda that came out in regular and zero. After deciding to discontinue half of its portfolio a few years ago, getting rid of outdated drinks, including Tab and Odwalla.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I'd never heard of that one when I read the article.
I think they must have released that only in South Africa.
Yeah.
The soda giant has been focusing on promoting its core product, Coke. Starlight is the first beverage of Coca-Cola Creations, a new innovation platform. So it's unlike cherry or vanilla. It's not immediately clear how Starlight is supposed to taste.
Yeah.
So the Redditors spotted the images of the product online a few months ago and blah, blah, blah. But one guessed raspberry. A quick Google search said it tastes like raspberries.
And I believe, if I'm correct, and I know it's a long time ago, Tab usually, the soda actually, Tab tastes like a little bit of raspberry in it. You know, that flavor, because like I said, it's been years since I've tasted it, but I think that's what they were trying to basically put a little bit of Tab in there to keep that
maybe she's
going.
choking on her microphone.
She might be choking on something. Let's see, what'd you say? Yeah, so I think it's kind of interesting that this was a new drink. I haven't heard a new drink from Coca-Cola in a long time. So.
Well, have you seen it on shelves? And they say it's out on shelves. I have not seen it yet.
Maybe not in this area.
Yeah, we're not a test market area, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I doubt that was on ours. So, since there was no...
Yeah, you used an article about yay. No.
But I had these already set to go.
I know.
Every week I have them set to go. It's just sometimes...
We don't use them, I know.
You know.
I know.
And I sent you the link to the one that you said you couldn't see. Or didn't see.
All right, well, we'll see here.
Come Monday, and I have that song
No,
stuck
it's not
in
that
my
one.
head. I know.
All right, now.
Tequila!
That's the one.
I was having fun on that one.
Yep, now you can say you have one with Natasha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. After, let's see, what's this one?
That'd be the first one and probably the last one.
Yep, because she won't do it again.
I have this one on another one. This is one you gave also, and I don't usually get one that I have to subscribe to, because then every time I go on the show, I've run out of articles, so I can't have that one anymore. So I now block ones that make me subscribe to them because or make you actually pay money. I think this one's this is $1.69 an issue, so I wouldn't have done this one. I would have used this and searched for another one with the same article that doesn't require subscribing. So yeah, I did see this one. In fact, I'll probably run into it later on as we go through and then you'll have to remind me that we already did this one, because when you sent them over, I just copied them all over in a bulk. And I usually put them in there, but like I said, I'd like to have you guys maybe tell the story on those sometimes.
That's the one, the 911 call. Didn't we do that together, you and I?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's the one where she claims that the devil made her do it or something?
Well, I've got another article that I was going to use later on that I didn't realize was the same article. Okay, so investigators recovered blood-stained knives and a screwdriver from Tasha Hof's home. A 6-year-old boy was brutally murdered in Kansas City, Missouri, Tuesday evening, and authorities alleged his mother was the killer.
Yeah,
sounds like a TV show. Sounds like a Lifetime.
I remember that. I think that, or I read it or something. Where
this is from you.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, that's the one I read. Hello. That's why I said I read it. Okay.
I just explained that I took all of the ones you gave me and put them all in at once.
Yeah.
And that's why it sounds familiar.
I just sounded freaky that I just found it freaky that she turned around, killed the child and said the devil made me do it, or and it was like, wait a minute, how could you say that?
Because she doesn't want to go to jail. She'd rather go to an institution.
Yeah. And then, first of all, how can you kill your own child?
Well, people can do that. That's
insanity.
I can tell you.
Well, then you got the ones that lose children.
I can tell you all kinds of things that happen in real life to people that I already know that just are unbelievable. But I won't. Tasha Haves, 30 or whatever her name is, 35, was charged Wednesday with first.
For the last
Go lay down. I'm going to talk. Well, okay. I want to, since I talked about the Cena thing, the next thing I wanted to talk about was something that I'm doing with her, and that's with my acting. I'm practicing my acting with her.
You're practicing?
I'm practicing. And that is being able to say something without actually speaking.
Ooh.
And without
face.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had my first acting class with Robert Finero yesterday. He was from The Sopranos. If you saw The Sopranos, he was one of The Sopranos. But he was teaching us how to be able to act without saying a word and without shaking your head. And that is with your facial.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want her to know the angry face. Because then I won't even have to talk to her. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to talk like an angry dog owner. All I got to do is give her the eyes. And I'm learning. I didn't say anything that time. No. I just looked at her.
Does that work for other people too?
No.
She loves me too much.
Well, I think there was one time.
Bullshit! Oh, I'm sorry.
That you said if looks could kill, like I gave you that look that you were afraid of.
Jeez, and
it was. I mean,
you can do it.
This was many years ago.
I think you still can do it.
Yeah.
The problem is that I think that see, I knew this was going to happen. We ran out of time, and I didn't get to that story. See? It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did get it back. Okay.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so, all right, enough of that. Shortly before midnight on Tuesday, officers responded to Hafe's home after receiving a call from an unidentified woman inside saying that the devil was trying to attack her. As police approached the home, police noticed blood and hair on the front steps and front door. It's alleged in the complaint. Officers were able to determine the resident was occupied by a female. However, she refused to answer the door. The complaint states that investigators quickly learned several children live in the home and that neighbors had not seen them for days. Officers, while attempting to make contact with the female... What are you pointing at?
Mary's in the chat room now.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Whatever you sent me last didn't have an attachment. So, anyway. Okay. Let's see here. While attempting to make contact with the female occupant, observed there appeared to be a severed head. Oh, that's good time to laugh. Good time to laugh. Right as I said, there was a severed head. I know that would make me laugh near the threshold of the residence.
That's the worst part about that. She didn't just kill him. She took off his friggin' head.
Yes. It's alleged in the complaint, officers fearing this for the safety of any of the children remaining inside the residence forced entry under the exigent circumstances and took the female occupant into custody without incident. Man, I'll tell you what, that would freak me out.
Oh yeah, if I was an officer and I came to, they're supposed to be seeing that all the time.
How'd that happen? I thought I had the sounds off.
I don't know.
That was loud. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. I do have them off. It's clicked off. Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
That would freak me out if I was an officer going there and go, well, there's the head. Where the heck is the body? Well, or there's the body. Where the heck is the head?
It's such a shame. While speaking
I'd be
to the
like,
police,
I think I'm too old for this job. I think I'll find something else.
Hafes admitted to killing the victim in the bathtub and decapitating the victim. That's just so sad.
Yeah.
That's
because what did that little boy do to deserve that?
Well,
well,
if he became the devil.
Well, the devil went down to Georgia.
Well, he was looking for a soul to steal, though. You send it to me again without something.
Oh.
Is it that important? What are you sending me? Tell me what you're sending me. Or show me, or something.
She's sending you the tequila.
Oh, okay. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, then I'll
we can use that next week maybe.
Okay.
We'll play a video. How many weeks how many weeks we got? 8 videos.
Oh yeah.
You have 8 videos. We got 8 weeks of worth of material. That's good. So we'll do 1 a week. All right, next.
He doesn't know.
Tequila!
He doesn't know. In 3 weeks we go back up there and they sing at least 4 more.
Well, we could get that. We'll put together the.
But I think we should drag him with us.
Not gonna go. I don't do karaoke. Don't want to be around. Last time I went to karaoke, you went with me, and so did Pam, and we all went down to Derry Street.
Shannon.
And,
Shannon went.
And that's why we went. Yeah. We went to hear Shannon sing, and that's enough for me. I don't need to see it. I don't need.
You honestly would be impressed. There was a 90-year-old gentleman that would get up there, and he would do the older songs.
What, the ones from the 80s?
No, older than that.
Unfortunately, I would say
like
that.
Like Wabash Cannonball.
Oh.
That.
See, I'd be afraid of vomiting.
We found out that he was in the Marines, 28 years?
Then I guess I would cheer him on.
So, yeah. I mean, that to me is worth it.
And you wouldn't cheer me on, Mike? No, you'd probably throw up and go, oh, wait a minute, I got to go to the bathroom. Okay.
I would do my best to keep my composure.
I'm not bad.
No, then you get up there and show them how it's done.
Well, I'll tell you, that's okay. So this weekend, I'm going to New York. I'm going to do a photo shoot on Saturday at 10 a.m. But Friday we're getting together for some
karaoke.
No, for business stuff. We're all going to meet some industry people, and then Saturday night we're going to do an improv thing, and I asked them if I could do a song or two, and they said yes.
Cool.
But they didn't tell me how many or if there's a PA there. So if there's not a PA there, I'm not going to do it. And so I have put together material.
Then I can laugh at him.
That will be.
I'm only kidding.
I don't care if he laughs.
Are you going to have somebody there to record it?
I don't know what is going to happen yet. Anyway, I'm planning on doing my first performance without Ken.
Oh, that's going to be rough.
What day is this?
Saturday.
See, and the difference between him and I is he's a professional. I'm not.
Exactly.
Ken was very professional. I wasn't, but Ken was.
So,
are you going to be able to do it without breaking down?
I don't know. How do I know? I won't know. I can just tell you that when Pam died, I had a hard time performing any songs that I wrote for her. So I don't know.
Have you written one for Ken yet?
I have started one, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do things that are.
We'll have to see if we can. I don't know. I'm sure we have my song that I started, and I don't know if he wants to continue with it or.
Well, we'll figure something out. I mean,
but it'll be an interesting weekend. I will hopefully come back with some stories that I can tell. And
and you said you're driving back Saturday night?
My goal is to drive back Saturday night because, I mean, there's no reason for me to be there Sunday. It's just a waste of my money. So they are hoping that everybody's going to stay, but there's no point. If I'm done at 10 o'clock in the morning, or, well, that's what my shoot is. If I'm done by noon or 4, I'll wait till the next day, but I'm not going to wait 2 days.
Right.
Just as I've got things I got to do. If I see a reason, like the reason I'm staying late Saturday is because they're having this event at night that I'm supposed to be part of, and I'll be doing probably some improv.
Okay.
So, but I may do.
Will we eventually see this, or?
I don't know if they're going to film it or not. They didn't tell me anything. So, but if they are going to film it, they'll play it on Facebook, but you probably can't see it because you'd have to be part of the group. But when I get home, I can use the stuff.
Okay.
Assuming that I'm on it. But anyway,
well,
all right.
We'll be cheering you on from here.
It's going to be a good.
So I say I'm not sure if it would be the funny small mic or how we put the title of this, and then we have a segment in there of me singing a short clip of whatever karaoke. I think that's be a new segment. We just have to figure out a good title.
Comedy segment?
A what? A short segment, right? Yeah.
No, the comedy segment.
The comedy segment. I don't care.
Oh, I got it. Short segment for Short Mike.
All right.
The short comedy segment of Mike. There you go. Short Mike.
But anyway, I think it's going to be interesting how it turns out this weekend.
We can I think we can put that in there. 5 minutes of short segment.
Can I do all these then? Oh,
okay.
So
at least then I can say I'm part of the show.
You are.
Serious question. Do you know why The Rock was at the Super Bowl?
Because they asked him?
More specific.
Because they needed a superstar who was very famous and everybody knew.
Or does he have a new movie coming out?
No, but you're closer. You're closer to the answer. So, what reason was The Rock at the Super Bowl?
He has a new show coming out. No. I don't know.
Do you know? I found this out yesterday, so don't feel bad about not knowing this.
No, I know.
Do you remember what The Rock bought about 2 years ago, before the pandemic?
A new car.
He probably bought a new car or 4, but that was not the right answer.
I would guess he bought a football team.
Yes. Not a football team, a football league. The XFL.
Okay.
He owns the XFL. And where was he?
The Super Bowl.
And the NFL promoted.
Now, do you understand do you know what's going on now? Or are you guessing?
I'm assuming from what you're saying, I was guessing the NFL, bought a team, and obviously I didn't know what kind of team.
The Rock owns the XFL, which is a football league of like 8 teams.
That's where it came into the article of the NFL is combining with the yes. I did see that article, and I briefly came across it, and that's where it said they both combined together. I don't think it was this particular article, but it did say that the XFL is now combining with the NFL. Something similar to that. I do remember seeing an article on that.
I think that was genius. I think that if Vince McMahon had held out just a little longer, he could have been the guy to do this.
Wow.
But that's a big news thing. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
To think that who would have ever seen that coming, that the XFL would have had legs like that.
Well, that's why you're combining wrestling with football.
Well, I don't really expect that to happen. I really expect there are going to be some rule changes, what they're talking about for safety. The XFL announced Monday that it has entered in a partnership agreement with the NFL to see if the XFL will test out potential NFL rule changes and the player safety measures. According to the ESPN's Ken Seifert, the former Buffalo Bills and the current XFL president Russ Brandon said the following regarding the relationship between the leagues. People would ask, what are the opportunities to look at the game through a different lens from a player development standpoint? How can you be an incubator or an accelerant in many different verticals, from officiating to rule innovations to playing surfaces to player development? You can go on and on. An opportunity that the NFL has to advance the game of football, I think they've always been open to, and we've had some really good dialogue led by our ownership group. The XFL, which is owned by WWE legend and Hollywood star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Danny Garcia, which is his former wife, and Redbird Capital Partners, is set to relaunch February 2023. So next year we're going to have football all year. We'll have football from the NFL, then we're going to have football from the XFL.
Oh, let's go for the football picks that year.
In what was a precursor to an announcement of the XFL-NFL partnership, The Rock appeared on the field at the SoFi Stadium prior to the Super Bowl, 50... What year was this?
54?
I don't even remember.
I don't know.
54 maybe?
What's an L?
50.
What's a V?
Five.
VI is, so that would be 54.
56.
Yeah, 50. No, yeah, 54, right?
No.
56.
Is it 56?
LVI is 56.
56.
LIV is 54.
Yes, you're right. I got it. Okay. It says prior to the Super Bowl with the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, and he did so with his. He did so as he did so often with his time in the WWE Superstar. Johnson pumped up the crowd. I'll tell you, that's exciting to me because then it won't go away. I was always afraid. I always believed in the XFL, but because it just had so many problems that I just didn't know if it was going to work. And the whole first time that the innovations that they had on that were great, their camera angles and stuff like that the NFL didn't have. I thought, in a lot of ways, Vince McMahon could have made a lot of, and they did adopt some of the changes after seeing the XFL. But I think it's going to make the Super Bowl, or I should say, football, interesting to some people like myself that are, very, very casual player or casual players. Yeah, I'm a casual player. I'm a player.
Well, if that makes the whole football season anything like this year.
Oh, that
will be fun.
It was this year I got to say it was really cool. I mean, even though Tom Brady didn't win, he was this close. If he had just done that.
I got into it more this year than I've ever have. Of course, as long as the Cowboys keep losing,
as they always do.
Steelers.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, I believe in the winners.
Mm-hmm.
But my winner didn't.
They are still talking about the different ways or what could happen if, and they do say if Tom Brady gets out of retirement, and
he won't stay retired.
Well, the thing of it is, they're saying there's two teams. Basically, he's looking at one is the Buccaneers, and they're saying they probably won't come back if he comes out of retirement to the Buccaneers, and then two. I forget the other two teams, but there's two other teams that he said he would play for if he comes out of retirement.
Okay. Right now we're having stream issues, so just to let you know, we're having stream issues, but it's not our fault. It's Xfinity. So I rebooted the system before we started, and I have the best stuff. I did reboot it, didn't I? I think I did. Did I reboot it?
I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
Oh, I did it. Actually, I did it 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock this afternoon.
49ers is the one.
49ers is what?
One of the teams that Tom Brady said he would join.
I thought he wanted somebody from California.
Well,
49ers are from California.
Yeah. But I thought there was a specific. Is that the one he was specifically talking about the other?
Yeah.
Ending retirement to join 49ers makes no sense.
I kind of remember. Oh, okay. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway. All right. So you're laying on the beach.
I think he wants to be warm.
If you're laying on the beach and you're just absorbing the beach, you know how that is. All right. Just imagine this.
Okay.
All right.
Don't you go to sleep, you.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm on the beach. Let me alone.
And it's just a beautiful day. It's just
damn. Look at her in the bikini.
It's sunshiny, and then you look up in the sky and you get to see the birds flying.
And the bird shits on you.
And this helicopter comes crashing into the beach.
Uh-oh.
Off of Miami.
Miami. Ooh, well, that's Florida. That explains it all.
Well, that explains why people are on the beach in February. That's about what it does. But yeah, this really happened. This was a scary thing to happen out on the beach. This is not going to let me move that. Why can't I move this?
Thank you.
Look at that. It keeps jumping back. Why is it doing this to me? All right, let me stretch it out then. Oh, freaking A.
It's a rubber band.
See, the stupid thing that Microsoft makes us have with it, which you can watch videos now have translation. You can't turn that off. I haven't figured out a way to turn that off. So every time I have a video pop up, it's going to open this stupid thing. So then I can't hit the bottom of the screen, and this one in particular is going to be a real problem because it. Anyway.
I'm listening.
What?
Nothing.
What's she doing over there?
Nothing.
All right.
Pinocchio.
I've got the screen up. Look.
All right. Anyway, so here's the video that here's your screen with there's the beach. Oh, no sound, but yeah, look up here. Look, there it goes.
Oh my goodness.
There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Poof. Ooh. And too close to people. Really close to people. Because you figure the people were there. He should have done it out there where he was away from the people. Because he could have hurt those stupid blades on those things. Man. And here it goes again. So look how close he is to the people. There's people right there.
So this person did it on purpose because they were in trouble, or
no?
what?
They were having issues with their helicopter. It says here, federal agencies are.
So basically, you're saying he could have done it farther away.
I think he should have done it further away, but federal agencies are investigating the crash of a helicopter with three passengers into the Atlantic Ocean, close to swimmers and sunbathers in Miami Beach. Helicopter plunged into the ocean close to the crowded beach at 1:20 p.m. local time. See, that's why I go to the beach in the evening, because you don't have that problem. The FAA said the agency is investigating the cause of the crash, so I guess they don't know the reason why.
Well, maybe he landed there because he couldn't swim, and at least he'd be able to touch bottom.
I mean, it could be his controls didn't work either.
Oh, that
so
could be,
who knows what reason, but we'll find out in weeks.
Nobody
coming.
was hurt, was?
No, I don't believe anybody was hurt.
Well,
so
then that's the most important
That's okay,
thing.
yeah. I don't usually. Let's see. Okay, so next. Oh, this is sad. This is really, really sad. This Uber driver.
Oh.
I think it was in Pittsburgh. She was. I'm begging you. I have 4 kids. Uber driver pleaded for her life before a passenger shot her in the head.
That's just no.
I think I saw this.
Yeah. Says Calvin Crew had been charged with death of Christine Spizcusa, who was his alleged Uber driver. I mean, that just is so freaking sad. Because now,
But it's getting to the point where you have to have something to protect yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen.
I got an illegal weapon.
I got thunder and lightning.
Mine's in between my legs.
That's more than what we needed to know, sweetheart.
Well, you should know that. You should
not necessarily.
You should constantly have.
I'm innocent.
You should, yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's.
You really need something for those allergies, Ashley.
I know I do.
But this is just so sad. That all she's doing is trying to provide for her kids, and someone will kill her. I mean, they can't be killing her for anything in particular, right? I mean, there's.
Well, she probably charged him too much.
Her body was found 2 days later in a wooded area, face down, wearing a COVID mask. There's a reason not to wear your COVID mask, I guess.
Oh, speaking of masks.
You got to take yours off?
You really want to sleep outside, don't you?
Moving on.
No. No.
Next on the show.
I had a
Hey, I get my dings in there, too.
Next
She
on the
only
show,
doesn't get them all in.
Watch Trish beat up the other mic.
I went to a doctor's appointment yesterday, and... No, listen.
Yay! Yay!
Were you ever told that your mask was not good enough?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
One of my masks with the little filter on there, they wouldn't let me in the hospital.
Well, the mask that I had on, it covered, but it was just the material. And when I went in, they said, well, we thank you for wearing your mask, but our policy is you have to wear a medical grade mask. So they made me take mine off and put one of theirs on.
You should ask him what grade that is.
Wait, like one of those, like the regular?
The blue ones, yeah.
I hate those.
What blue one?
The blue and white ones? Like the regular ones?
You had one of those on?
I had to have one of those on. No, I went in with one that I got out of my glove box, one of the black ones, just a plain black one.
Fabric or no?
Fabric. And when I went in, they made me change.
Okay. Have you?
So they actually made you take off your physical mask and put a different one on.
Yes.
You should have sneezed when you took it off.
Make sure I don't go to that doctor.
Were you still? You were still scary when you went in?
Hey, can you read between the lines? If not, I'll turn it up.
Ooh.
There you go. No, all I'm gonna say. I just remember Saturday night or Sunday night. That's good. I like that.
He does it very well.
The face was everything.
That's what I'm saying. He does it very well with that face. It was so well he couldn't stop laughing. Oh God, that's good.
See, I knew my wingman would have my back. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, next topic. Who uses Family Dollar?
We all do.
I just did tonight.
Not all of them.
This morning.
Not all of us. I've not done it. Well, there's a little problem with Family Dollar.
Family Dollar today, yes.
They have a special on rodents. Rodent infestation leads to recalls at more than $400 Family Dollar.
Yes, I read that article.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully not at ours.
I don't know. It's 400 different ones.
They
divide that by
400
50?
different ones, and they don't. I think it was not in our state.
Oh, I didn't even check that far. I just saw.
I don't believe it's in our state.
So, all right.
You leave my puppy dog alone.
There it is. Okay.
No, that's my buddy. Yeah, right. What's Cheyenne? You my buddy, huh? You my 4-legged girlfriend.
Is that what you want?
I'm a 4-legged
So.
girlfriend.
Those are like her favorites.
It's my 4-legged girlfriend.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I just think that's a lot of stores to be. Man, how many stores do they probably have? Do you think they have?
I don't think if I remember the article, they closed the stores because the recall infection. Yeah, can't even say it.
Infestation.
Yeah, infestation came out of the warehouse.
That makes sense.
And then went to these stores. And I believe that's why they closed those 400 stores.
Wow.
It wasn't in the stores. It was the...
Do a search how many stores they have. I'd just be curious.
Yeah. So it was out of the warehouse. And that's where they found the infestation.
7,100? Holy cow.
Spanning
that's a lot.
45 states.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty.
I believe that's how it was out of the warehouse, and they realized it in the stores where it was coming from actually, and that's how they stopped everything. That's why they closed them stores.
Well, it says that discount chain Family Dollar is voluntarily recalling several of its products that ship from 400 to 400 stores in the South. Fortunately, we're not in the South. After the U.S. Food and Drug Administration uncovered a rodent infestation at the distribution center in Arkansas.
Thank you.
So that's crazy. I
read an article that I knew, and I could say it on air.
I'm impressed that you
that wasn't one of your articles.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And that isn't one that I got from you.
I know. I read it, and
You're impressing me. I'm going to give you another 0.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, he's aware of the stories I'm talking about. That's a giant plus.
I think that probably was one of those ones that I was like, I don't know, should I send it to him? And then I didn't send it to you.
Well,
you should always. Story she did.
You really should just.
And I just sent you a story.
You really should do stories to have, so that when I ask you, do you have anything?
Hey,
you can have it.
I've been the last couple times I put on. I can do this one.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have separate pages for each of you, and I'll start putting them in there. And the ones you send me, you can do.
I'll mark the ones I want to do that I feel that I can do. If I send them with no mark on, that means you do them.
If he sends it and he puts it up there, how am I just have it up on my Facebook and mark it in a certain file?
If you're gonna basically, I'm going to pop it up here, and I can give you control of the mouse or whatever if you need to fast forward or whatever, and I can talk about it as well as if we have it on the screen. We can all talk about it, whatever it takes. But or you can take notes of the bullet points that you want to talk about something. Just send me this and say, I'll do this one, and I'll put it in a folder for you or you or you. Because, I want more.
But you have to be in studio to do it.
Yeah, well, I want participation.
Well,
I love participation. That to me is part of the show, part of what makes the show. It's better than me sitting here and reading for 3 hours.
Yeah, because that's what I did last week, and that's what I did this week.
When I see something that I feel I'm comfortable with, I will. Besides sending it to you, I will say
Or you could send them all at one time. Say this one I'll do, this one I'll do. You can do this one, or whatever. It doesn't matter if I. You don't have to send me an article that says. I didn't say that one because I didn't think you'd do it, because let me make that decision.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it, you're more than welcome to do it.
Right.
So that gives me another, because then I get to be the guy that sits in the back with the smart aleck remarks.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute, that's me all the time. So
there you go. Yeah.
It says
I was
here.
gonna say what changed.
It says here, in addition to the recall, they also temporarily closed 404 affected locations. It says here that more than 1,100 dead rodents were found following a fumigation at the facility in January 2022. That's freaking 1,100 dead rodents in your warehouse. That's a lot of dead rodents. I mean, what was it? 1,700 stores.
7,100.
That they had. 7,100.
My question is, first of all, how did they get in there?
Who
then
knows?
two,
it could be babies having babies having babies.
Well, it says here.
That's the thing, though. Did they come in through a hole in the wall?
Well, I'll tell you this. A review of the company's internal records indicated the collection of more than 2,300 rodents came from March to September of last year.
Ugh.
So this is an ongoing problem, apparently. So I don't know. Maybe the families were having more.
I told my ex-sister-in-law not to start having babies down there, but she went in.
Now be nice.
Yeah. Hey, she lives in South. Well, the South. She's in Texas now.
Just be nice.
Told her not to do that.
All right. So, as you are aware, I'm waiting for one of my new cars.
Mm-hmm.
Either one to show up.
Yep.
The one's not going to be till 2023 at least.
Aww.
The other one is still, as far as I know, on
back order.
Well, it's on back order through, possibly May.
Oh.
Now, are you able to hold on to the Tesla that you have now?
Yeah.
Until that, because they're aware of it.
I should say no. They took it in November when the lease expired.
Well,
I stole it back. No, we just extended the lease. So, but the weird thing about that was they extended the lease, but they didn't take the payments out like they were supposed to. So last month I owed them $3,600, and I thought, how could that be? How could that be? And here they hadn't taken my money for several months.
Oh wow!
So I sent them a check just to get it paid up and equal. I thought it was weird because I thought I had a lot of extra money that I didn't account for. I thought, I'm not going to complain because I have extra money.
Right.
But once they figured out what it is, I got it taken care of. All right. Anyway, so I was saying, anxious car buyers, a lot of people were having a long time wait for their cars. Well, guess what?
They got to wait even longer now?
Yes.
Oh.
The reason is there's a boat on fire that has a lot of their cars on it.
Oh, boy.
This is a really strange situation.
Is that the boat that went the wrong direction because they wanted to avoid the fuel tax?
No.
Oh, okay.
Ship Administration, the operator of Felicity Ace, mentioned Friday that salvage groups had been on their technique to access injury to the vessel and its cargo. It says here they'd been ready since November to climb behind the wheel of their $65,000 Porsche Macan SUV. Vavra, who lives in Chester, New Hampshire, says he came upon concerning says concerning the fireplace, whereas visiting. Okay, I don't understand. But anyway, wouldn't it be horrible if my spouse's automotive was on that ship? Well, guess what? It is. Positive sufficient. A cell phone name to his Porsche vendor in Stratham, New Hampshire, confirmed the suspicion. He doesn't know whether or not the Macon is unscathed or deceased to a burnout Hulk. For now, they're recommending that we replace the order. See, that's one nice thing about buying American-made cars, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Your problem is not going to blow up on a boat. It may blow up on a tractor trailer, but not on a boat. So, says here, John Kennedy, Regional Vice Chairman of Operations of the Montgomery Automotive Group, acquired a push notification on his cell phone Thursday, alerting him to the fireplace. He estimates between 5 and 8 vehicles certain for the corporate's Audi dealership or in Shrewsbury caught on fire on the ship. Ooh, there's all kinds of problems with that because these vehicles, I mean, you're talking about...
well, wait a minute. We've got helicopters crashing. We've got ships on fire.
Hey, that sounds like a good song, Ships on Fire.
Yes, thank you. I got the title, you do the words and music.
Yeah, that's it. Oh. But anyway, that's just kind of a wild thing to see happen, that everyone was waiting for their car, and now they're finding out they may not see their car for a while because they're going to have to rebuild it. So, yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
Well, at least they had water. They could just take buckets of water and put it out. Maybe?
I think they should have just sunk the ship. That would have stopped it.
You sunk my... No, that
my
won't
Porsche.
Work.
You sunk my Porsche.
What?
I would be so furious if my car was... My car shouldn't be on there because mine's an American-made car.
What are you laughing about over there?
Nothing.
She won't share it with her. She's going to be kind of rude like that.
She can walk home.
No. I was looking at something, and an advertisement had just came up for the game Battleship.
Oh.
And you said, you sunk my Battleship.
Well.
That's my hidden talent that you didn't know about.
I was like, yo, did you see my screen?
Nope.
Actually, she has your screen on here. I can see what you're doing.
Well, it's the reflection in her glasses.
Is that it? Anyway, here's another article on it, but it just basically, here's some more pictures of the thing.
But the responders that are willing to jump out of a plane and help the people on that ship, I think that they are the greatest. Anybody that can do that,
well, they had
more power.
Oh, that was loud. Yeah, I think the people that volunteered to do this all have cars on there.
Probably.
If they told me my Tesla was on there, I probably would have volunteered too.
Oh, that wouldn't have been good if your Tesla was on there.
It wouldn't be on there because it shouldn't be. It's an American-made car. Better be made in America.
Hi, sweet girl. You got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes.
What's 10 minutes?
You said she couldn't have the other one until one was at 8, one was at 9. She's got 10 minutes, roughly.
Oh, it is there. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We can give her one more of these. There you go, girl. And when I try to pull it back, she just lets it go. So that's no fun. I just want to play pool. So.
Oh, she just put it down now.
What do you want?
You got 10 minutes.
Be good.
You can do it, sweet
Don't make
girl.
me make that face again.
You can do it, sweet girl.
All right. He's on now. Okay. All right. Now, the next one is... but anyway, these are other pictures of the ship. It's just like I said, if you're waiting for a car, you might be waiting a lot longer than you think you are.
Ashley, maybe your car was on there.
Must be.
Is there a dumpster around?
I hope not.
All right.
I've been doing very good with those lately.
You don't drive.
She had to drive a U-Haul truck or U-Haul van.
That's what I was going to say, and I passed many dumpsters with it, and I didn't hit one.
You had a bigger car or a bigger truck to do it with.
And I didn't even hit a car that was parked in front of me.
That's good. What?
You sounded angry about this.
I know.
What?
Our one neighbor has been a pain in the backside, and he likes to not leave room for somebody else to get out, so he has all this extra room in front of him.
This must be the other side.
Yes.
Because the one side you made fun with. You made
Yeah.
not fun.
Well, when she was bringing her stuff over that Sunday night, and we had the U-Haul van parked there, he come right up in front of her, and it was like, yeah, she's not going to be able to get out.
Jeez.
But, I'm proud of her. She did it. She backed up just a little bit because Mary and James's car was behind her, and she just very slowly worked her way over, and she's like, Mom, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm like, Ashley, yes, you can.
I mean, I was panicked a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was.
And I was watching that front corner.
I didn't want to hit his car. Because I knew if I did, that would have been the end of me.
But I watched that front corner because I couldn't see my car was in the back, and so I had her take me around back because I didn't want to go down through the yard with no lights on. And she did very well. She got it out.
You're making a lot of noise with your
no
hair.
problem. So I'm proud of her.
Okay.
That in the rear view mirror, there was like in the corner of it, close
Nobody
to the
has
ground,
him
there
on
was
the
a backup
Deadpool, do we?
mirror.
No. But he's not dead.
There was a
I have
backup
him, I think.
camera. So.
You have him on yours?
Somebody does. Somebody has him.
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wait, here we go. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't picked.
At least
I would
this
be
year.
too.
And the verdict is...
Nobody.
Nobody.
No.
I'll trade one of my guys in.
No, because last year I tried to say he was. He's not ready yet.
Wow, nobody has him?
No.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
But, I think I might start getting mine ready for next year.
Well, they may be dead by then. So, all right.
Should we add one more?
Anyway, I just saw this one come up. That's why I brought it up.
Let's flip a coin. Who gets Clint Eastwood?
Okay.
We
All
don't
right.
have a 3-sided coin.
Clint Eastwood told why 3-sided.
Or 4-sided, okay.
Bracket style, tournament style.
Well, what you do is you go flip a coin between you and him, whoever wins.
That's
then you
what I
take the
just
winner.
said.
Tournament
I know.
style.
So,
Tequila!
Help me.
You
Please
have to
help
learn
me.
how to speak Cirillo.
Help me. Oh, please help me.
no, it's. I'm telling you, the headphones need to be turned up.
All right.
But I thought
Anyway.
you could hear me because I was sitting right next to you.
Anyway. Clint Eastwood.
I was talking at the same time too.
Okay, Clint Eastwood told his son Scott Eastwood to turn down Suicide Squad sequel. He said if it really feels like they need you and it's a good part, then do it. But he was telling him not to do the Suicide Squad. That turned out to be a pretty big movie, I think.
Would you ever, if you had children, would you ever tell them to turn down an acting role like that?
If my dad was Clint Eastwood, what? I don't have you off.
I know. I'm
I was going to say, I
He's
can turn you
lip-syncing it.
off. It would be easy.
Oh,
Anyway.
turning me on. Whoa.
Anyway, Scott played G.Q. Edwards in David Ayer's 2016 superhero film, but he did not reprise his role in James Gunn's follow-up film. He claimed that Warner Brothers did not want to pay me any money as part of the three-picture deal. As part of a three-picture deal that they offered him. They didn't want to pay me any money for those next movies, and they didn't have another script for another movie, so I didn't know what I was going to be signing myself up for. Relaying a conversation he had with his father, he said, they don't want to pay me. He said, if it feels they really need you, and it's a good part, then do it. If not, don't. And I didn't have to answer those questions at the time. I wasn't going to have the answers, and they were pressuring me, so it ultimately didn't happen. So,
well, maybe you ought to take his advice too.
well, I haven't taken any roles recently. So, I've actually been on hiatus since Ken died.
Right.
But I haven't even auditioned for anything new. But I am working on learning, going to a workshop with Robert Finero, and if you don't know who Robert Finero is, he was on Sopranos, so I found it very interesting, the things he's teaching me, so I got 13 to go.
Good.
One down, 13 to go.
Good. 13's a bad number.
Well, tomorrow.
So I'd say 12 plus 1.
Next week it'll be 12. So, anyway.
And you do these every Monday night?
Yeah. While I'm writing the show. Well, I actually I put my show aside for an hour just so I can do this stuff. All right. Do you know what AirTags are?
Or is that where you do a high five in the air?
No.
Okay.
Do anybody know? Okay, AirTags are these little transponders that you can put on your luggage, or you can put on something you want to track. And if you put it on your luggage and it's on the cart, you can see that it's, you say, oh, it's coming, it's on my phone.
I think I did see something about that.
Okay, well, this is a scary thing about AirTags, because AirTags are used to track people in cars.
I was going to say you put it on your mistress, and that's when you find out where your mistress is.
Well, I always know where my mistress is.
Yeah, I know. She's sitting next to you.
She'd never be powerful enough to be my mistress. That woman has to be really powerful to make me want to do anything.
Don't even think about it, Ashley.
You're too young, so don't even go there.
I just do this. I guess I'll find out in a second if I did this one already. I hate when I do that. Yep, I already sent that, so Facebook is the one I'm missing. But anyway, it's interesting because people are not using them. Okay, so if you take a look at this picture here, this little thing with the apple on it, that's an AirTag.
Oh.
So if you put that on your... like I had an early version of that before I left the place I worked, which was technology sales. Mm-hmm. I had those back in the early 2000s.
But that's not like a microchip, though, is it?
Well, it is.
Or maybe a bigger version?
In a sense, it is. It's basically what my dog has. Except that you can track it. The dog thing, it tells you who owns this dog. Okay. But this can be actually tracked. And if you have this on you, if you have this on your luggage, you can find your luggage. You can find your computer if you had it somehow stuck to your computer. And
I want to find my girlfriend, I can find her.
If she's already tagged like that, you'll know exactly. But what people are doing to use this, which is the scary part, it says that AirTags were billed as cheap and easy way to track everything from your keys and wallet to your backpack. Oh. But in recent months, there have been a number of reports of small button-sized device being used by stalkers and thieves to track people. Ooh. Now imagine if they know, let's say they put one of these on your car, they know whether or not you're home.
Yeah.
And so this can be used for evil. It was meant for good, where you can find if someone runs off with your backpack, you know where they're at.
Right.
Well, people are now using it for other things.
It only takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch.
Says last December.
Not to do that, Ashley.
Last December, Canadian law enforcement announced that the AirTags were being found in luxury vehicles to be stolen. So if you wanted to steal my Tesla, you would put this on the Tesla, you'd track where I'm at, and see if it's stationary, then you would try to steal it.
No, we can't steal your Tesla. It has a Trish alarm.
Well, that's the whole point, is that, But here's a person that said that his car was actually one of the ones that was on TikTok. So here.
So my cousin just got an alert that there's an AirTag near us, and so we've been destroying her car trying to find it. Looked in the trunk, there's nothing in there. The gas
under the wheel well
can thingy, nothing. All along the wheels, everywhere, we cannot find it. But have been playing the sound, and we know it's in her car somewhere. So play it again.
How are they able to play a sound to find it?
It sounds like it's back there. Okay, let's move your baby crap. Okay, so we lifted this seat up.
Oh my
god. They're literally destroying that car.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So that, people can do that. It's real easy to do that nowadays. Now, if you ever want it when you were, the time that I lent my car to somebody and they were somewhere else.
Right.
If I had an AirTag, I would say, I would call that person and say, "Aren't you supposed to be here, not there?"
That'd be good for somebody sitting next to me.
The Sprint Drive does the same thing.
You don't even go.
Well, yeah, but you have to pay monthly for that.
Yeah, the Sprint Drive did the same thing.
Anyway, it's kind of interesting. In response, Apple issued a statement.
In being that, though, sorry, not to interrupt, but in being that, I never went anywhere without telling you.
After the fact.
Anyway, all requests, it says here, was working with law enforcement on all requests and is planning to roll out additional software updates to help iPhone users become more aware and locate their unknown AirTags that were following them. So, it's a shame that it can be used for evil like that, and because the idea was a good idea in case you wanted to find your bags or whatever, but it's
and that's kind of the way everything is. You find something that you create it for the good, it gets out there, it takes off, and then bam, here comes the bad part of it. Somebody finds a way to use it for evil, and
right. Well, that's a scary thing. I mean, especially if you're a woman and you have and you're in a relationship that's volatile, or if you're a man and you're in a relationship that's volatile, it could, best thing to do in that situation is don't have anything you can get in trouble for. But if you say you're going to be somewhere, you should be that place. Anyway,
good sweet girl.
So that means that actually theoretically cops could
you say you're going to be that
too.
place, you should be there.
I am.
Or someone, or like Ann says, or someone. Chinese man was lured to a fake job ad, and what happened to him?
He got killed.
I don't think he got killed, but it wasn't in the United States.
Was he forced to eat Chinese food?
He was forced to become a blood slave in Cambodia. Yeah.
I'm going to regret asking this.
Go ahead, ask it.
But what is a blood slave?
Good question. I'm glad you asked. I wasn't going to explain it, but now I'll explain it because you wanted to know.
Or maybe I don't want to know.
I'd like to say it's nothing bad, but obviously it must be somewhat bad because you don't want the word slaves involved, so you probably are not wanting to be it. But what it is this guy. Wait a minute, there we go. A Chinese man was kidnapped and held captive for months as a blood slave in Cambodia after being lured by a fake job ad. The man, identified only by his surname L, managed to escape earlier. Managed to escape earlier and easier this month. Well, I can see it. It's just one letter. Managed to escape earlier this month with the help of a member of the gang in the city of something I can't pronounce.
Are you sure it's only one letter?
No. I was just saying that to cover myself up, but thanks for uncovering me. They were holding him captive. He's being treated in a hospital and reportedly in stable condition. The gang reportedly took 27 ounces of blood each month from the 31-year-old. The blood was believed to be sold to private buyers.
So every time they wanted blood, they just went to him and he couldn't fight it?
Well, I guess he was, if you look at it, he probably was strapped down. It says here,
strapped down and probably knocked out.
Says Lee's arms were badly bruised and covered with needle marks when he was admitted to the hospital. Lee, who had worked as a security guard in Shenzhen and Beijing, told reporters he refused to participate in the gang's fraud scheme after learning he was an orphan and couldn't be used for ransom. They opted to use him as a blood slave. He said that at least 7 men were detained in the same room with him. Lee said that because he has a universal blood type 0 negative, the gang took more blood from him than the other men. He said that. Can you even imagine this? This is like something you would have thought would have happened like during war times, or I can't imagine being someone that they were selling my blood. Who do you sell that to? Is Dracula having an extra need for
maybe
blood?
Maybe hospitals for the blood banks.
But really, they don't buy blood, do they?
Yeah.
I would imagine there's strict I mean, in Cambodia there might not be.
Yeah, the hospitals around here buy blood from the blood banks.
But not like this, where they come with a vial of blood.
Yeah,
Would you like to buy my blood? You can't put that on Facebook Marketplace.
No, that's true.
Probably. You can't put that on eBay. Can't put that on Etsy. Fresh blood.
If you label it like fake vampire blood, you might.
Oh, man. What? That's just unreal that someone would... that they would have a network of people for that. That just blows me away. Okay, so... yeah, man, tell you what, you don't want to go to Cambodia if you have blood. Oh, that's right. That's everybody.
Oh, no.
Especially O negative or whatever that was.
O positive.
Yeah, O negative. Oh, man. You bloody well right. Got a bloody right to say. Okay, escaped dog attacks 6-year-old Texas boy on his birthday. Happy birthday!
Crunch.
Yeah, that sounds like a really... and it wasn't even a gift to him.
Aww.
There he is.
Jen wants to know, why can't you put it online for sale?
I would think the shipping would be a pain.
Literally?
Yeah, I don't.
How would you keep it fresh?
I can't believe Jen's still here.
Well, she came back.
She came back. She did go eat dinner and then she came back.
Oh, I see. People sell their... yeah, well, worn panties. Everybody would be interested in that if you're male. Everybody would be interested in that if you're a male.
I don't know if I'd get into that.
I'm sending to him right now. Don't.
I have a friend who sold her panties on... where did she sell them? She was selling them somewhere. I can't remember where they were selling.
Was it eBay?
Maybe it was eBay.
I think it was eBay.
Oh, yeah, maybe. That was funny.
Yeah.
What in the world?
I think it was she had to wear them a day and then send them or something.
Yeah,
like
or
that?
a couple days or something like that. They had to have
that scent.
Scent, yeah, whatever it is. That's a little weird, but
Hey, that's how she made money.
Whatever it takes. It doesn't hurt anybody. Anyway.
You used to do that. That's terrible.
What do you mean? Why would she want to buy panties?
No, send out used panties. That's how she made money.
I thought she was selling. I thought she was buying used panties.
No, I thought she was selling them.
Hey, love is love.
Well, that's what her keychain says.
That's right. Anyway,
I know my secrets.
Anyway, a 6-year-old boy was mauled by a dog and seriously injured as he got off the school bus on his birthday. The boy, who wasn't identified, was attacked at 3:15 by a black dog that escaped. Why would it be the black dog? Why? They're racist. They just decided it was a black dog. Escaped in a nearby apartment. The youngster was rushed to the hospital where he was listed in stable condition. The dog's owner, I hate to be that dog's owner, Danica Black. Oh, she's a racist too. 31 was arrested. I wonder if that's... oh, that's probably Danica.
Ooh, she looks mean.
She looks angry. Well, I figure that's why the dog was angry too. Dog's owner, Danica Black, 31, was arrested on a felony charge of attack of a dangerous dog resulting... this is the really strange part. Now,
I'd like to know what she's going to do next week when we don't have any.
Well, I'll still have those upstairs.
Yeah, I know.
Some of them. Anyway, when I was in 7th grade, that summer before 7th grade, I was attacked by a dog, and he took a big chunk out of my leg, and in the back of my leg too, because I tried to run away, and I was going there to ask the owner something, and he jumped through the screen door and just grabbed me, and it was a bulldog. And when he was trained to do that, he did exactly what he was trained to do. But what I was thinking of this, she was arrested. You know what they did to them?
What?
Nothing. And in fact, my family didn't even sue them. They took everything out of pocket. They could have sued them and made me a millionaire at a young age.
They didn't want you to show off.
When I was younger, about 8 years old, I was playing with my friends, and we went into the backyard of the one kid's kid, and he knew the other friend, didn't know me, took a nice little chunk out of my leg, thigh, and I the doctor said if I didn't try to get away from him, it would have been 3 bites, holes in my leg, and that's it.
They put a Q-tip in that far in my leg.
Mine I don't think was that deep.
It was. I was down for the count.
Yeah.
And he got me in the back of the leg. He didn't get me as bad in the back of the leg, but it was.
But see, this is what happens if you're raising dogs to be fighting dogs, and be aggressive. Then that's what's gonna, they're gonna be aggressive. It was the same with pit bulls. Pit bulls were getting a bad name. But it's all on how they're raised.
Yeah,
Dobermans
but some people,
are another one.
With the pit bulls, though, some people were actually fighting against other pit bulls.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they're
trained. They were raised to do that, and they were, as they got stopped those pit bulls were still aggressive, and they would attack anybody else. That's where that's basically how it came about.
But what happens is if they're trained to do that, they are going to do that. I mean, when Dozer was alive, Dozer's a pit bull, but he was not raised that way. He was trained to...
He was not raised as a pit bull. Was he raised as a Chihuahua?
No.
He was a trans Chihuahua?
Okay, if you want to go there. You can make it lunch meat. But, not all pit bulls are aggressive. Dozer wasn't.
It boils down to whether they're pit bulls or anybody else, or any kind of dog. It's how the person, raises them.
Right, and that's what I said to Natasha.
To give an example, Mike, raises his dogs, not to be aggressive, but he also trains them, to be the way, listen to them. And that's the difference. I think, other ones just make them aggressive. Okay. So.
Yeah, because when I first got to know Dozer, I was afraid of him. Because of all the negativity. When I first got to know
you, I was afraid of you too.
Yeah, I know. That's why you asked me for a second date, huh? And I had to be careful. But as I got to know Dozer,
yeah, but that's why you had 911 ready for your backup.
Well, here's the strange part. Here's another one. Texas boy, still in Texas. We're still talking about Texas. Was attacked by a dog. He was 7, and the other one was 6. I didn't see it saying all to him. That poor kid.
Yeah.
But what a horrible thing to do at that age.
It's all in the South.
Did you think she really was going to use that 911 on me?
Hey, she told you the other night she's always got my back. She's very protective of her mother.
Texas. A 7-year-old Texas boy suffered severe injuries, including puncture wounds to his scalp and neck when a neighbor's dog mauled him. And now it's the owner. It says now its owner has been charged with the grisly attack. Connor Landers had gotten off the school bus in Azul, a small city west of Fort Worth, and was walking home when the dog escaped from its fenced backyard and was attacked. Lorena Parker, who lives next door to Connor, said that she saw the vicious dog standing over
in the bone.
Standing over the yard and shaking. She saw the vicious dog. Oh, shaking the boy. Yeah. Then she grabbed a stick to get the animal, described as black brindle boxer bull mastiff, mixed breed, to release the bleeding child. I caught him and it started beating the dog, and then the dog drug Connor all the way down the street. And I just can't even imagine. But there's the kid, and he had a lot of cuts and bruises and bites and stuff. I mean, look how much his hand is swelled up. So, and that's his clothes that he was wearing was white T-shirt. It's drenched in blood. I just can't imagine what because when I was able to get away, I wasn't like that age.
Right.
I was I would have been 7th grade. I would have been about 12 then, I guess. But its owner, Patty Jean Bell Neveling, 49, was arrested Monday and was charged with third-degree attack by a dog resulting in serious bodily injury, a felony. It was sent to the Parker County Jail.
So when can we expect to see this on Judge Judy?
Just look at that. Look at the face.
That's
that
awful.
Poor kid. Man, I feel for that kid.
All the plastic surgery?
Yeah. See, but I don't know that I would arrest the
I would at least have the family pay for the medical bills.
That's what I was thinking.
But not arrest them.
It wasn't their fault that the dog. I mean, to a certain degree, I guess it was because the kid got away, or the dog got at him. But I mean, the best thing I think to do is take the dog from him. When a dog does that much damage, I mean, that's not a dog you want to have around.
It could. And Mike will know why I'm saying this.
Oh.
The dog could have had like maybe neurological issues.
That's
or
what I'm saying. Take the
some
dog.
sort of PTSD thing, for
Right.
dogs, and it just snapped.
That's what I'm saying. Take the dog. But, because the kid that age, he's lucky he's looking that good.
Right.
It's just a shame.
Because you don't know what's going through a dog's mind, or
What's going through your mind?
Oh, yeah, we won't.
Anyway, so if that's not bad enough,
what else happened?
We're getting into the weird stuff. Raging bull crashes bike race. I guess he wanted to participate, and he was.
Is this Texas?
No, I don't even.
No, Primo Mexico. Okay. Sorry.
I don't think it was in the U.S. Let me double check that. I don't know where it is yet because I don't want to give wrong information too much. And they normally take the dog and put it down.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. A dog like that is not going to be saved. A dog like that is already aggressive, and it's not like you're going to turn that around.
That's true.
And if the parents, I mean the parents of the dog.
Wow. She must be happy. Her belly's full.
Wow, that's left to that bone, and that was a big bone.
Anyway, was it the Toro de France? California bikers redefined bull riding after an ornery steer wandered into the bike path and attacked several competitors. That's one way to have that would be an interesting sport. You could have a sport where you're riding bike down these roads and you don't know what's going to come out after you.
Olé! Tequila!
Olé!
Yeah. It says the bull
gauntlet match.
The bull charged and struck 3 riders total, the videographer and race contestant.
He's dumb enough to go back again.
I'll tell you what, that would be terrifying. I would not want to make.
Was he wearing red?
I don't know.
If he's wearing red, that's why they charged.
I doubt it because bulls are actually colorblind. And
yes, but there's some
not
reason
true.
why they're always going after the red. I don't know what.
Because that's the thing they're shaking. So I don't think they know the color. But anyway, the bull charged and struck 3 riders total, and it says according to the paper, according to Pepper, what's Pepper? Pepper must have been someone. Oh, here it is, Richard Pepper. According to Pepper, riders were winding their way through the private cattle ranch that was home for an aggressive bull. We know what an aggressive bull is. Do you know what aggressive bull is?
No.
Bullshit.
Oh. BBC.
Oh!
That's an aggressive bull.
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
Before the race, the ranchers drove to the far side of their large ranch.
Yes, she does.
The cycling enthusiast.
You had that little expression on your face. You didn't get it.
She gets it all the time, from what I understand. Little did the competitors know their bike race was about to turn into a rodeo. In the ensuing 30-second clip, an obvious cyclist named. I was just checking to see if you were fuming or mad or steaming or anything. An obvious cyclist named Tony, I can't say his last, Inderbitsen, is seen crossing the hilly halfway point of the course.
Thank God he's at work right now.
Whereupon he encounters the belligerent beast in the middle of the path. The racer initially mistook it for a cow and didn't realize the reality until it was too late. Upon spotting him, Ferdinand lowers his head and rams the bicyclist, so he goes flying off his ride as onlookers cry out in shock. The cantankerous Beefcake follows it up by headbutting the now dismounted racer. I would not want that at all. That sounds as bad as the
Brutus.
That seems just as bad as the attack of the dogs on the kid, a bull on a cyclist. So I don't know. He was said he had gotten. Let's see. I kept going, and as I got probably within 10 to 15 yards of him, he turned and squared up, and I had maybe 1 yard to one. I had maybe a 1 to brace myself. That's just nuts.
Wow.
Just nuts. There's a picture of him going head to head. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh, I'm off this. I'm going the other way. Let him have the bike. But, yeah, that's a weird thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of weird things lately.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that good, puppy dog? Is that good?
She's being good, mostly. All right, here we go.
So we found basically the solution to keep her calm. Food.
Oh, no, I knew that.
Oh, I know.
At some point, it got to make the show very expensive to produce.
I
know. Oh, boy, what she got?
I don't know.
I heard that.
She got a bottle.
Okay, I'm okay with
got a
that.
bottle.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know where she got the bottle from.
She probably drank a drink. Let's see. I thought I threw
now
all
she's
the...
going to play, if I give you the bottle, will you give me the treat? Game.
So, a model recently claimed that she doesn't need a boyfriend. Why doesn't she need a boyfriend?
Hey, Cheyenne.
Because she's very independent.
It's close. Any ideas why this girl doesn't need a boyfriend?
Because she's already a guy. I don't know.
Boy, you're really stretching that one. I hadn't even thought of that far. It's much easier than this. It's much easier. Do you have a guess?
Because she can get any guy she wants because she's a model?
No, it's not that good. It's not that egotistical. Well, yeah, I guess it is egotistical. She said she doesn't need a boyfriend because she's so in love with herself. I guess it was a slow news day that particular day.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's like marrying yourself.
Why not? You'll never find anybody more compatible with yourself than you.
Oh, brother.
Love is love.
Love is love, that's right. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in love with yourself or you're in love with someone else.
I was going to applaud her till that last part.
Anne said, that's going to leave a mark. I think she's talking about the bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about
the BBC, the biggest bull champion. That's what he is. The BBC is a big bull champion. So anyway, she said she doesn't need a boyfriend because she loves herself so much.
Well, I love myself too, but not like that.
Well, maybe you should.
Bullshit! Oh.
Yeah, well, we're done talking about the bull, honey.
Yeah. Catch up to the show here.
Yeah, and it still keeps on getting thick in here. Have to pull up socks.
Yeah, it's down around your ankles.
Yeah.
Anyway, she claims that she's in love with herself, and Luana Sandian revealed to The Sun that she's an autosexual, someone who's attracted... Wait a minute, what's an autosexual? She's an autosexual, someone who's attracted...
More to themselves than to others.
Well, yeah, me too.
So you're an autosexual?
I'm an autosexual.
All right.
That's preferred.
He's not bisexual? He's not...
What's the difference between that and egotistical?
I don't know. Autosexual is better than being a manual sexual.
What, you can't
You have
shift
to
gears?
shift gears. Mine's automatically shifting, so I don't have to worry about that. That's what happens when you go from from a gas car to an electric car. You guys have to shift. You have other gears. I only have one. Forward.
Yeah, slow.
All right, she's only doing a bone. She doesn't want to eat that paw that I got her. That
pig's paw?
Whatever
Pig's
it
foot?
is. Yeah, she won't. And that...
She's probably afraid it'll wink at her.
It's kind of weird. I kind of thought that she'd like that. I went to Carnes and I bought that, and I thought she'd love that.
Nope.
But she doesn't.
Oh, you never know.
She doesn't like the neck bones either. Buddy used to love those neck bones. She doesn't like the neck bones. She'll carry them around. Then she'll eventually eat it, I think, unless you buried it in the backyard somewhere. Anyway, so the divorced model says that she doesn't need a boyfriend to experience sexual pleasure, and revealed that she will even be happily enjoying Valentine's Day alone. I see myself in a mirror. I'm already excited.
Yeah, okay.
Being autosexual, as I see it, is along the same lines as being an independent
I see myself
person.
in the mirror and I run.
No.
Yeah.
I know what I want to ask, but no, I'm not going. Mm-mm.
Well, the nice thing is she only has to pay for one room and one meal, and because she's not. But the bad thing is she's going to have to pay for it now instead of have some stupid guy pay for it.
Yeah, well...
Will you say your words rather than...
well,
that doesn't
like
make for a good show, because everyone's going to hear you.
If she's going to pay for that, I mean, then she's making a lot of money because she could give herself money to be the hooker. It just went over your head.
No, I'm just trying to think of... I'm just looking at her ass. I was thinking...
bubble butt.
She doesn't have a whole lot of clothes on.
Well, no. But, if she's willing to pay a hooker and she's a hooker, she makes her own money.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think she's willing to pay anybody.
Except herself.
Anyway. All right. This is a weird one. Well, now we're getting off of the sexual stuff here for a little while. Damn!
You're a male. I doubt that.
The woman has her fingers amputated due to a horrifying kidney stone infection.
Oh,
this is really scary. This is like something that would freak me out if I went to the hospital about one thing and they ended up telling me, "Oh, we got to take, the good news is we got the kidney stone. The bad news is we had to take your fingers too."
I don't like this because my son-in-law has kidney stones really bad.
Well, this is really bad. I can tell you that this is a scary thing because, Jen says she plays with herself? Well, this girl won't be playing with herself by the looks of things.
No, she was talking about
I
the
know.
other model. Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of paying attention to the show. Well, what began as pain in the abdomen has resulted in amputation for one former healthcare worker. Sadie Kemp, who worked for the COVID-19 testing and tracing unit in the UK, will have all 10 fingers amputated and possibly lose her home after an infected kidney stone caused her limbs to go sepsis. Doctors are unsure whether Kemp will also need to have her legs or toes removed. Can you imagine, I didn't think it was that funny. Let me see if I can think of anything else funny. A guy had his head chopped off. What are you laughing at?
Mother and daughter conversation.
I guess she was wishing her mother had her fingers.
No. See, that would be awful.
Yes, it would be.
But, I had a friend, I just found out that he lost part of his big toe because the infection went into the bone from an ingrown toenail.
Well,
yeah.
Better than losing a big dick.
Yeah. Because then that would...
Nevertheless,
that colostomy bag.
The mom has two sons, Kenzie 16 and Hendrix 2. I've realized I've been given a second chance at life. I can't even imagine laying in that bed thinking you might lose your legs and you lose your fingers. I mean, imagine, all you have is that. All you have is,
Well, I know of a
your
lady
life is
that
pretty...
She was sick with meningitis. She almost died. She lost both of her arms and her legs.
And her boobies?
No.
We pointed to the boobies.
No, her arms.
Oh.
And she's actually married to a guy I went to school with.
Wow, this is actually pretty good. She, they have a GoFundMe. She's needs 25,000 lire, or pounds, I guess it is. They gave her 22,000 pounds so far.
Wow.
And just the whole idea is just I guess, there she has her legs, so it looks like she's doing okay. It says, let's see, here's the updates. Let's get the updates. For those of you that may have missed it, okay, she says here, inspire those who've suffered with life-changing trauma. Well, that's not really saying, I mean, I feel for her. Man, what a weird thing. You go in with kidney stones and you may end up, actually her feet are wrapped up. She may have lost her toes too. But to think about losing, I mean, if they came into my room and said, the good news is your kidney stones clear, the bad news is you don't have any hands, or you don't have any fingers anymore, or any toes anymore, I'd be horrified. I would probably want to consider suicide at that point, because I would think there's nothing you could do. Your life is over.
Unless you get the, what are they called?
Fingers? Chicken fingers.
Chicken wings.
I just really feel bad for her. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Anybody that has to have a part of themselves amputated, it's bad.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear this one. A boy 9. This is really bad. This is so bad I don't even want to say it. Everyone read it along at home. Boy 9 accidentally amputates his own penis with a mortar and pestle. I don't know what a pestle is, but
it's that. Isn't that thing that you crush?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I just can't even fathom this. It just I can't imagine how he could have done that. I mean, maybe it's because mine isn't 6 feet long. I can't imagine how you would do that. I can't imagine you not knowing that it's there,
But I thought that if that's used to crush up medication, how does he amputate it? Unless he
I'll explain.
Squeezes
You sure you want to know this?
No.
Remember, you ask.
I said I didn't want to know.
I think you already asked already. You said, how did he do it? Well, you're asking. That sounds like an ask. All right, here's what he did. Those of you that don't want to know how he did it, please turn off your microphone, or please turn off your speakers at this point. Okay, I'm not even able to... What are we doing? Why can't I lift this setty?
Oh, that's not good.
Well, this is stupid. Even the computer doesn't want to know.
You don't have a virus or something in there, do you?
No, it's the way they do their...
mattress.
I don't care what to know.
You might be thinking,
no, I'm thinking, how do I turn this ad off?
Hit the close button.
Fucking A. Oh, did you say that? Stop!
Mattresses are designed
Stop!
to handle the body's pressure points.
How do I turn it off? There you are.
Relief from daily stressor.
Okay, can we go forward with the show? Oh, we're still having this problem. When has this started happening? This is a new problem. All right. Anyway, this is gonna be a real problem if it's not gonna let me read the story. Okay, let's see if we can do it. This is really sucky. Let's try to do it a different way. See if we can do it this way. Whatever this ad is that they're running, it's covering up a big piece of the piece. All right. So you're not going to let me do this. This is a problem. I want to do this story, and I got to figure out where this ad, that ad there. Got to turn that ad off. Okay. Oh, don't be.
All right, so you do it next week.
Here it is. Okay. 9-year-old boy has partially amputated his own penis while crushing up vegetables with a mortar and pestle. The castration catastrophe occurred in Central African nation of Gabon. The date of the disaster was not disclosed, but the injured youngster did not seek treatment for 3 hours after sustaining. If something happens to my lower region, it's not going to take me 3 hours to get it taken care of.
Yeah. Boy, you could say penis, Michael.
Okay, penis Michael. Okay, so
there you go.
The bludgeoned boy, now we're going to have all these funny things. The bludgeoned boy presented at the hospital with a compressive bandage soaked in blood and was quickly rushed in the operating room. The male's mangled manhood, see, we got that little play on words, was examined by medics.
Like penis better.
I just really hate the idea that I'd have to be laying there showing my mangled manhood.
But if it was cut
they
off.
need a microscope. The guy's crushed his... Oh, man. I can't even imagine.
What?
Anyway, the manhood was examined by medics who found that he partially amputated his penile glands and completely ruptured his urethra. I never thought I would ever say those words. Anyway, the duct which transmit urine from the bladder. Doctors managed to save the patient's penis, cleaning the wound and sewing up the head back on. Oh, man. But see, how long is it that he was able to... You saw that picture of him there. Okay, if that's the way it is, now how long has it got to be that he's going to mangle up the... I mean, he has to be...
Instead of going straight down, probably went like towards him. And the thing of it is, how many times did he go straight towards him before he realized, I don't have a penis no more?
Well, I would know that something was coming at my penis right away.
Yeah.
The first time it even just
Yes, but
breezed.
there's no sharp edge on there.
If there's even a wind, I would notice that there was something.
But there's no sharp edge. So
apparently, he's missing his eyes too.
He could only just keep till it killed the blood vessels or something.
Oh, it's horrible. I can't imagine that. That just is just. It says here.
Maybe he was just trying to.
Maybe black is big.
Wow, this isn't. That's the one advantage, right? Right?
I don't know what you're all talking about.
You have a choice of black or white.
Man,
Which one's bigger?
Cheyenne, holy cow!
I'm not asking anything in particular. I just said black or white. I didn't say penis.
No, your dog is up to her old tricks again. Near the end of the show.
She's sleeping.
The passing gas.
And passing gas.
What do you want? Do you want her to not pass gas and disrupt the show by jumping up on your computer and your chest and everything else? Anyway, the study says that amputations are incredibly rare, although not unheard of. In Brazil, back in 2019. Okay, here's a question. How many men have their penises have been amputated in in Brazil every year? What's your number? What's your number on that?
10,000.
All right.
Where is this?
Brazil.
Brazil.
How many in Brazil has this happened to?
No, in 2019.
In Brazil.
Yep.
I'm going to say 65,000.
Wow, you guys are really cruel.
Holy shit!
How
and
many?
I thought
How
I
did you
was
say?
high with 10,000. Holy shit!
Yeah. How many do you think?
How many what?
Penises have been amputated in Brazil.
In 2000.
Their reason is for lack of basic hygiene, but it doesn't matter how you lose your penis. If you lost your penis,
You could
I
say
go 1,000.
You got it right on the head.
Did I?
Yes, 1,000 men have their penises amputated each country due to lack of basic hygiene.
Stop taking all the good ones.
Which ones?
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're all mixed.
I don't really like the. I don't like the
Eating
sweetheart
during the
ones.
show and during the they're eating during the penis section of the show. That's really disrespectful.
And you didn't
for
worry in
penises.
the penis section and you realize who's the one that answers the correct right on the head.
Well, I'm not surprised.
it's penis,
right
not
on the head.
peanuts.
You know.
That's really mean of you to say that about your your sister. Yeah, you're
Yeah, my sister.
Whatever.
Wait.
You're something.
speaking of that.
Are we?
She said peanuts. So when Kylie was younger.
Oh no.
She had a
My
penis?
My poor granddaughter.
No.
She's trans?
I was making a grocery list. And I want to say she was like 3 or so. Or just starting like write and spell and stuff. And she wanted to write peanuts on the grocery list. And I'm upstairs doing something as she brings it up. Goes, look, Mommy, look. I added something to the grocery list. I said, okay. What'd you add? And I look. And I'm like,
Oops.
I'm like, I was with Garrett at the time. I said, did Garrett tell you to spell that? How to spell that? And she goes, no, I did it on my own. Because I thought maybe you was doing it as a joke. I said, oh, okay, well, that's very good. Very good. She goes, I sounded it out and everything. I said penis.
How many penises did she want?
I don't know.
Really?
So I guess like mother, like daughter. And I'm not
How many
talking-
penises have you destroyed? We'll move on.
Yeah.
We don't have enough
Next
time for
on
that.
the show.
Don't have enough time for that one.
That's the 3 hours of the next show, Michael.
All right, this one's
This
just...
isn't Gilligan's Island.
All right, well, here's just as bad. 37-year-old virgin gets a 6-foot string stuck in his penis during a botched sex game.
Oh!
Yeah. Hey, I have articles to prove all this stuff, so I'm not making this stuff up.
Oh.
If anybody thinks I make this up.
No.
What a wild game these kids are having today. Ooh.
Hey, let's see who.
Hey, wait a minute. That's your generation.
What?
37. He's
Yeah.
your generation.
I'm not 37.
You're on your way.
You're in that generation.
You're in that generation. You weren't here when we talked about.
Wait.
Oh, jeez.
Just
How old are you?
Uh-huh. I'm older than you, and that's all we need to know.
Exactly. So, wait. Oh, never mind. Nope, that doesn't.
I'm sure she was trying to get you on something, but
I was, didn't it?
anyway, a 37-year-old virgin made the world wince after getting 6 feet of string lodged in his penis during a botched
How the
attempt
hell?
at sexual gratification. A case study.
You probably thought it was a catheter?
A case study detailing the backfired sex stunt recently surfaced in a medical journal of radiology. Oh, maybe we'll have to grab that one too. See what that's all about. The patient was diagnosed with a urinary bladder foreign body, per the report. According to the study, the phallic fiasco. Don't you love these people that are creative with their words?
Let's
Phallic
see how far
fiasco
the string can go in my penis.
began
It's called catheter.
after the unnamed kinkster inserted a long nylon string used for beads into his urethra. You know, there's not anything that I want within
Only
that.
you can
I don't want
predict
anything in
forest
that.
fires.
That is just, whenever I see that people do something, put something in there, that's exit only.
Well, isn't that where catheter?
Yes, it is, and I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
I
females don't like it either.
Well, they shouldn't like a catheter in me.
Ugh.
The females should say, get that out of him.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
They better-
this was
if they ever have to do that to me, they put me to sleep.
says used for beads. It says while fully erect and watching a pornographic video.
And
This-
taking it out, too.
This was reportedly the patient's first time performing such a feat, although he had reportedly masturbated and watched porn every day. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong with sticking something in your penis. The man subsequently reported to the hospital after experiencing troubling symptoms, including difficulty urinating. No wonder he's got a 6-foot thing of line passing blood in his urine and abdominal pain lasting for 2 hours. Oh, man, someone like that should lose his penis, I think. According to the situation, medics attempted to dislodge the string via bladder irrigation using a catheter to push the urine pouch with sterile fluid, but were unsuccessful. Doctors then decided to get a closer look. That's the last thing I want. I don't want anybody looking. I don't want any doctors looking down there. I got
Especially
stuff.
a female doctor.
Well, that would. that would make it a little better, maybe.
Your dignity's intact.
I have no dignity.
Well,
I have this show. Why would I have dignity? It says here, following the surgery, the man was kept under observation for 2 days. Yeah, that's just what I want, someone to look at my penis for 2 days. The pleasure seeker should thank his lucky stars. Medics claim that the practice of inserting objects into one's urethra could damage sensitive tissue. Duh.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just trying to be a special medical study.
Here's another reason not to go to church.
Not to go?
Not to go to church.
Okay.
Tennessee thieves pray with elderly woman in church as they steal her wallet. As every great Christian should do. Oh, man. And of course it's the South.
Don't pick that, Ashley.
I already had to
took it off.
Oh.
I think the tape itself or whatever was irritating my skin a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Irrigating your skin.
She already took it off.
All right. So, I mean, here's the woman who, thinks she's just praying to her higher power, and these guys want to steal her. 2 Tennessee theft suspects are accused of asking an elderly woman in church to pray with them as they stole her wallet. The Clarksville Police Department is investigating the incident that took place at the Hilldale Baptist Church Sanctuary on February 8th around 6 p.m. Video footage of the incident shows the female suspects approaching the female suspects approaching the... Oh, so these are even women that are... this is even sadder. These are women criminals. The one suspect, she's 78. One suspect requested the victim pray with her. And while they were praying, the second suspect rummaged through the purse and stole her wallet.
Wow.
The suspects attempted to use the victim's credit cards at Sam's and Kroger's shortly thereafter. So, that's just sad. You know you're going to go to hell if you do something like that. You're guaranteed a spot. Oh, man. What's this? Oh, the self-introduction of a 2-meter nylon string into the urinary bladder. That's what the report that they did on that guy's penis. I think he should lose his penis for that. But that's just me.
Just give him a colostomy bag.
Okay, are we out of penis things? I think we're out of penis things. Okay. Darn.
Go to the store and buy some more.
Darn. Oh, I did that. Oh, wait, this is another one. We got another one. An enraged rhino chases a safari guy up a tree. See, we're rid of penises and now we're dealing with rhinos. What could be more dangerous?
Yeah, having a string where it's not supposed to be.
Or having a horny rhino. That'd be more dangerous. Oh, man. That's crazy stuff. Anyway, enraged, not enlarged rhino. They can't make this stuff up. Okay, come on, hurry up. This is not very fast. What is that noise? That's a new noise.
I actually just increased my speed at home for my internet. Because it seemed to be going very slow.
Well, the problem is they've done so many... Because with people working at home, they've now had to increase their bandwidth.
Right.
So, anyway, a South African conservatist got a closer wildlife encounter than he intended. He was charged by an angry black rhinoceros, which forced him to flee up a tree. Ooh, I wouldn't want that. I'd be dead because I couldn't make it up the tree.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was thrilled and so full of adrenaline from the encounter. What a nut. I wouldn't be... the 26-year-old's team had reportedly learned that they were in the vicinity of a male African black rhino, which is rarer and more aggressive than its counterpart. And while this particular animal had its dangerous horns removed to deter poachers, it nonetheless posed a threat to the trackers. So they're like 3,000 pounds, almost as heavy as my car.
Almost?
Yeah, because I think my car's like 4,000.
Let's say the penis can break.
She reading about penises breaking? We can go back to that. I mean, I thought you were tired of penises.
I don't know what she's reading about, but all I'm seeing is...
I'm reading 10 fascinating penis facts.
Oh, man.
The penis can break.
Huh. I see. All right, Phoenix Police...
That's literally what it says. The penis, number 6, the penis can break. I'd like to know how.
Okay. Police release graphic footage
Holy shit!
of an officer being shot during an ambush.
And I thought mine were bad.
Poor Cheyenne.
What? Oh. Okay. So anyway, graphic video of an officer being shot during an ambush. That's got to be the worst thing about being a cop, when you're thinking you're doing your job and just, and somebody decides
Is that what you said?
they want to shoot them. So it says here, graphic body cam footage shows the moment a Phoenix cop was shot during an ambush that led 9 officers wounded and the suspect dead after he fatally shot his ex-girlfriend. Chilling incident unfolded at 2 a.m. and it was a couple days before Valentine's Day, February 11th, when police were called to the 54th Avenue and Elwood Street, and reports of the woman had been shot inside the home. The first officer on the scene was invited into the home by the suspect, identified as a 36-year-old Morris Jones, who suddenly opened fire, striking him with just outside of the front door. In the 26-second clip released Thursday by the police department, the officer asked Jones who else is in the hospital, or who else is in the house. Let's see, I'm trying to see where the clip is. Is the clip up here? Let's see if that's where the clip is. I'll refresh this and see if it comes up. I gotta think that's gotta be one of the worst things that could ever happen to you if you're a cop, is to walk in and just be shot. Okay, is anything gonna happen here? Okay, this is it. Okay, this is the clip. Let's see what it shows. We might see a guy dying here. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Action. Well, here we go. Hands-free shoes. Oh, that has nothing to do with... Let's skip that ad. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Is the volume on? Yes, it is. Why is it not going? Oh, I guess I gotta hit the play button. Distressing content.
Oh, boy. Yes, it's distressing me out.
Come on! You're sucking on our own blood. Come on, bro. Come on!
Who's all in the house?
Huh?
Who's all in the house?
It's me.
Jeez. Wonder what 999 is.
I've been shot. 999.
Wow, I wonder what that is. That's going to be... I just can't imagine, like, the fear of being, when you're shot like that.
Hey guys, we are giving out a ton of these DeWalt samples today.
That's really nice.
Just fill out our quick 2-minute survey.
Nope. All right.
Did the officer die?
The officer did not, but the shooter did.
Maybe officer down?
Oh, maybe, yeah, that could be it. Oh, here it is. The cop shouts 999, code for officer down. That's good. That was awesome.
Finally earning your zeros.
Yeah, I got it before I knew it. Did I do this already? Did I do the thing yet?
Your mother's finally earning your zeros.
Hey, I've earned my zeros a long time before you did.
She goes into the Hall of Fame. I'm not even in the Hall of Fame yet. But I heard that she's
I
gonna...
think I'm close.
No.
Let's see, anybody that puts up with me for almost 18
20
years.
years.
18
20
years.
years.
18 years.
20 years.
All right. Here's a good guy. How many times can you be arrested in one day?
8.
6.
There was a guy, I think, that was like 6 or 7 in Florida one year.
Wow.
Well, this guy here was arrested 3 times in one day. No, it was a guy in California. That was the guy. This is a different guy in California, but look at him. He looks like an actor, actually. He got it for jaywalking, trespassing, and home invasion.
I was surprised he didn't get it for resisting arrest.
Well, he seems to be more than happy to go with the police, I guess. At least he didn't resist arrest, because that's all he needed was one more.
I'm sure he could have got arrested more than 3 times in one day.
Yeah, he wasn't going for the record, I guess. He had a long way to go.
And a short time to get there.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Let's see. All right, there we go. Come on. Anyway, so this guy here, yeah, he truly wasn't wasting any time there. It says here, 47-year-old at 3 a.m. Okay, so first arrest was at 3 a.m. He allegedly led police on a foot pursuit when officers tried to cite him for jaywalking. See, jaywalking, I think, is so stupid. 47-year-old was arrested for alleged obstruction and was taken into the hospital after requested medical attention. He was later released and ordered to appear in court at a later date. Several hours later, he was arrested for a second time for allegedly trespassing inside a Glendale business after an employee said they found him trying to enter a closed area with a screwdriver. He was arrested for trespassing. Then, at 7 p.m., police officers responding to reports of a break-in at a city apartment allegedly found Landon in the hallway outside the apartment where the residents said the door was left ajar. How do you leave a door ajar? You can either have a jar or a door. You can't have them both. Unless he's mechanically able to take that door and turn it into a jar.
Hey, he can be any Houdini he wants.
You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant, except for Alice. All right, let's see here. Then, wow, I got a lot. I really went overtime on this.
The one I just sent you, I think, is a really sweet one.
We'll have to wait till he comes back, but he can't look at my screen.
All right. This is a weird one. Parents allegedly left the toddler in the car while they skied in Vermont.
They probably thought it had toddler mode.
That's really weird that parents this day and age would do that. Now, in my youth, parents would do that and get away with it. Mm-hmm. But in this day and age, anyone that thinks they're going to get away with it, they're not getting away with anything. That toddler called 911 the minute they left, and
hi, sweet girl.
was probably taken into custody.
All right, watch out, Cheyenne.
Maybe the toddler stole the car and just used that.
Hey, sweet girl.
It says here, 2 Vermont ski resort workers allegedly left the toddler alone in a frigid car while they hit the slopes. Caitlin Brent, 21, and Corey Ahem, 29, used the chairlift at the resort 10 times while their 2-year-old sat in the back seat of their car in the parking lot while temperatures dropped below freezing. The couple at first denied they'd left the kid unattended on February 8th, but later told the cops they checked on the kid after each run in the slopes. At least they checked on the kid, doggone it. The kid hadn't been totally abandoned. They checked every time they went down the...
frozen to death.
Yeah, well, you know... I would say that's okay. Hey, I don't have kids.
Okay, so here, real quick. You said that one article was about a guy getting arrested 3 times in a day.
Yes.
And you said that was not, at least it wasn't the world record.
Right.
I looked it up.
I have no idea what the number would be. I'm going to try...
I'll give you a hint. It was
10.
in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
I'm going to say 10.
In one day?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, there's 24 hours in a day.
I figure there's got to be time for processing.
Yeah.
That's probably a lot.
I'm going to say about 30.
30? Whew.
For you?
I'll say 7.
7, 10, 30?
Yeah.
Would you believe me if I told you it was 3,000?
Oh.
In 1988, Tommy Johns of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, had been arrested almost 3,000 times for being drunk and disorderly in a public place.
Okay, so he didn't get very far when he was,
It might have been 3,000 counts. Wow.
And right there, set to proof.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And that's from the Guinness World Record website itself.
So we'll talk about another toddler is super traumatized after being locked alone inside a Florida daycare center. At least you know he's going to have toys.
Yeah, and sleep when
See,
he
there's
wants.
the picture. Look at
All
the
I can say is Home Alone.
Look at the picture. He's like, there's two of them. They're locked in there. It's like a jail. You send your kid to day jail. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny if you're one of the kids, but it's pretty funny if you're not one of the kids. Oh man, parents are really, parents. I would think that overall parenting is better today than it was when we were kids.
Nope.
Because they I can't imagine that because mine was pretty bad.
Worse.
But here, a 2-year-old girl is traumatized after her Florida daycare center locked her inside alone while workers went home for the day. Well, wait a minute. So that happened for... That's really strange.
Just like the Home Alone movie.
Yeah. Wow, that's really weird. All right. Do I want to do any more? Do you want to hear any more? The next one would probably break your heart.
Yeah, let's end on a good note.
On a good note?
Yep.
Let me see if I have one.
The one I sent you is a good one.
Yeah, but...
Trust me, it's a good one. It only works for today, though.
I have to change screens. See, I got all these things coming over at me. This
and
one?
I'll even talk about it,
Is this
too.
one?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you talk about it.
Today being Tuesday...
See, this is from...
February 22nd of 2022, this little boy in North Carolina... I'm sorry, little girl. I'm sorry, Judah Grace.
Oh, I lost his penis.
No. Was born at 2:22 on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, in Labor Room 2.
Okay.
All twos. And I always thought it was pretty cool that Everett was born 11/11/11.
Yeah, you see? Now she's getting the. Hey, I'll get to if you give you the bottle, I'll give you straight.
Show's over now, Pumpkin.
Well, that sounds good.
But yep, all twos.
All right.
So I think 2 will be her lucky number.
That sounds good. All right. Well then, with that, let's get things going home. And
thanks for having me.
Well, it's always a pleasure. And I'll see you guys next week. We made it on time 3 weeks in a row.
Don't jinx us, Michael.